We are Hebrew Israelites. We come week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, which you call the United States of America. First and foremost, we like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I'd like to give a double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the world. Shalom. All right, today I want to get into the chip, all right, because the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, is coming up in the news rapidly, and that's a major prophecy that has to take place according to the Bible, all right? And that's really, you could call World War III 1 and the mark of the beast 1A, all right? And there's teachers out there that push Israel, but they're not telling you that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, okay. All right? They're telling you that it's Christianity, an embargo. They're telling you any and everything but the mark of the beast. But the RFID chip. All right, and that's Esau's really in game. That's why they're doing all this COVID-19 and any and everything that Esau does is to push that, is to get you to that mark of the beast, because that mark of the beast is the pinnacle of Esau's new world order.
The nail in the coffin, right?
Con. That's how they're going to get ultimate control, because this devil Esau Edom, who you ignorantly call the so-called, you call the so-called white man, he's given his power by the Most High, all right? But he exalts himself to think he is the Most High, all right? Once he gets this, once he's able to, the one in Daniel, please. You got it.
This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17, and it reads, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men."
The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, not Esau Edom. Yeah, he's ruling right now, but who gave this devil their power? Who gave this devil the power to do all their witchcraft? The Most High, because it's about his will. Okay, and his will is for this devil to push their agenda, to push their new world order agenda, to push this chip. All right, but it's consequences to taking that chip. So finish that.
"And giveth it to whomever he will,
Yep.
and setteth up over it the basis of men."
And the basis of man is Esau Edom. That's who's ruling right now. The lowest of the low. All right, that's how powerful the Most High is. He can take this wicked, vile person out of the caves of the Caucasus Mountains, what is it, Idumea, and build them up to be this great people, which they aren't. All right, that's the power of the Most High, because he ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, he gave this devil this power. Go ahead.
Job chapter 30, verse 8. "There were children of fools, children of base men, and they were viler than the earth."
Viler than the earth. All right, the lowest of the low. That's what this devil is. All right, but he's exalted himself to think he is the Most High. Okay? Someone get the chip. Or if you got something?
Yeah, I got something right
You
here.
got something. Go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 2, I'm going to start at verse 7, because you mentioned that the Most High rules in the kingdom.
Yeah.
It says, "The Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dunghill and lifteth up the beggar from the He raiseth the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill to set the glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord Yahweh, and he has set the world upon them." Basically, he, like you said, he ruleth in the kingdom of men. He can put you in any high position or any low position that he chooses. And everything has a set time, place, and order, and age for certain kingdoms to rule. Well, the last kingdom of heathens to rule is the so-called white men, the Edomites, right now in this one. Then we'll have an everlasting kingdom from all out.
That's right.
Psalm 75, verse 7. We'll start at 6. It says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one instead of another."
That's right. The Most High put Esau up to currently rule. All right, for his will, to show the world Esau's wickedness, and they're obviously being revealed in these last days. Okay, but the Most High set Esau up. Esau let you think that he set himself up. He worked hard and all of that wickedness. But no, the Most High is ruling. Okay, the Most High is going to show you His power also. All right, in these coming days. But get the chips on one. I want to get into
just about saying the men of the Lord out there on the street, people. You know, prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. You know, He always sends His prophets out before a kingdom about to go down. Man. It ain't no different, man.
Okay.
You got it. Start at 15.
Because you couldn't see, you wouldn't see so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans saying that they're Israelites 60 years ago, 80 years ago, 100 years ago, they would have been shot on the spot. But now this man's going down, and the Lord's raising up His people, man. So it's kind of like trading places, scale.
Yeah, balance.
So the Lord's bringing Esau down, He's bringing His people up. Yep.
Simultaneously. Like the brother was saying, because as you see the men of the Lord prophesying out here on these street corners, we're getting built up spiritually, not physically. We're getting up built spiritually because this is a spiritual battle, and Esau is bringing this crumbling right before their eyes. They're scrambling on what to do. They're divided at the top. Okay, so it's evident that this kingdom is going down, but this mark of the beast has to come to pass for that to come to fruition. You got it?
Our Revelations chapter 13 and verse 15. And He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
And the image of the beast is not a picture of Cesare Borgia. Or the image of the beast is this devil's idolatry, homosexuality, democracy. All their wicked philosophies that they push, transgenderism, that's all part of their image.
Yeah, which Caesar Borgia is a part of that too.
Yeah, kind of with the religious part.
Yeah, he's not solely it, as Apostle Tahar said, but it builds into all of that. Is all part of their system that they have to use against you.
Okay.
And if you don't bow down to that image of the beast, all right, you're going to be put to death. All right, and in these coming days, hey, Esau's coming down. We're going to see who's down for the Lord and who's not. All right, because the prophets are out here telling you that the mark of the beast is the ark.
Verse 16. And He cusseth off both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
It said He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor. So that's everybody. Okay, everyone's going to have to eventually be faced with that hour of temptation where they're going to have to choose to take that chip or not. And really, Edomites know about the mark of the beast, but there's no salvation for them. So whether they take it or not, they're still going to be destroyed.
Yep.
The Israelites, you people on the side, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that know you're Israel, you have a choice. You have a choice to make when that day comes, whether you're going to take that mark, bow down to the image of the beast, all right, be a servant to Esau, Edom, this devil, or be a servant of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right, and forsake this devil and all their witchcraft and all their wicked ways. Go ahead. It said rich and poor also, so that means, like I said, everybody, your athletes, from your top athletes, your top entertainers, okay, to your billionaires, to the lowest person down in Skid Row. All right, Esau is going to have everyone. Wants everyone chipped. They want to have ultimate control, like they're the Most High. They want to be that all-seeing eye, like the Most High. As Scripture says, the Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Esau wants to mimic that. He wants to mirror the Most High to a degree.
Coronavirus deal, wearing the mask, that's simply about your allegiance to the orders that they're sending out. Everybody understands that this mask don't protect you. The mask on the box say themselves that they don't protect you from COVID-19. So the point of them having, so how much less a cloth or whatever else you got? It's all about compliance to what this man's bringing.
That's like someone wearing a bulletproof vest, but it ain't gonna protect you from still getting shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mask is not gonna protect you. Like you said, that's the part of Esau's, you showing alliance to really this New World Order.
To his authority.
To his authority, because, hey, this is the mask is a stepping stone. Next is going to be the mask, this is going to be a vaccine, and this is going to be the chip. And there may be some small little things in between there, but that's what it's all leading to. All right? Anything and everything Esau's doing is leading to that mark of the beast, the RFID chip.
Yeah, if I may say, it's all about conditioning.
Yep.
And they do all these, they implement these different orders to gradually condition you for what they have going. Putting a mask on your face, they even came out and told you that this shit is not going to prevent anything. When somebody put up a meme that said, you trying to put a face mask to prevent catching the COVID, it's like trying to set up a chain link fence, a chain link fence to keep out mosquitoes.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. Man. But you people, they see it doing is they're conditioning, and the best way to control people is through fear. You know, order out of chaos, man. You know, so hey, this is how he's getting you to comply with bowing down to the image of the beast. Because really the image is really their new world order, and the way they're digitizing their new world order. That was
Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
That's that RFID chip, all right? And Esau's rolling out this technology, and they're not going to tell you that, oh, it's the mark of the beast. They're going to give you certain devices to make you believe that it's something else, that it's something good for you. All right, we'll give you this chip. We'll put this brain chip into you where you can all these files and you can know Spanish just like that. You can download, you can download books into your mind, so you can you'll have unlimited knowledge. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just to add to what you're saying, brother, in the movie The Matrix, that's literally what they did. They literally were downloading training into different people that were going into the Matrix, whether it be fighting skills, whether it be computer skills or piloting skills or whatever. If you remember, they had the chip on there. They said they know how to fly with the police. I need a download for such and such. Download it. Stop in instantly. That appealed to you people. In the movie, and it's going to appeal to you when he says he can restore eyesight, he can regulate your breathing, he can monitor your blood glucose level.
Function to the limbs.
Extremities, if you're paralyzed, you can unlock all of that.
And they give you all these they show you all these little tokens that to make it feel like it's something convenient. And in a way, it's convenient, but it's wicked at the same time. Because you'll never lose your keys, you'll never need an ID, you'll never You'll have all your medical records at your disposal. You'll have all your vaccine records. That's what they're going to push right there. Your vaccine records. They're going to push all this convenience, but at the end of the day, this convenience of this RFID chip, of this this system, this infrastructure is going to eventually get you Israelites killed. All right, mainly you Israelites, because these Edomites and these heathen nations, they have no hope. They have in America. It's you Israelites that need to take heed to this. To know that the mark of the beast, but you got a lot of groups out there that's not pushing that. They push Israel, but if they're not pushing the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, they ain't got the truth, straight up. All right, if they ain't pushing the names of Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, they don't got the truth. Okay? And the men of the Lord standing amongst you, and the truth is the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Go ahead with that, Matazah.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that has the mark.
No man may buy or sell. You need to purchase and sell in this society to survive. All right, that's a necessity. You need to buy food. You need to provide shelter. You need to put gas in your car, and that's all the forms of buying.
Transactions.
Okay, transactions, the water. Okay, but without that, you won't be useless in this society. You won't be able to work. Therefore, you won't be able to take care of your family. Okay, but the men of the Lord, the scripture says that the men of the Lord are going to eat. The men of the Lord are going to have abundance in that day. Okay, because we have our faith built up in Yahweh, not this system, not Esau, not putting our faith and our trust in this system. That's what a lot of you Israelites out there have done and continue to do, but it's going to be to your destruction. Okay, because buying or selling is everything that this system is based on. Okay, in the ancient world we bartered. We did services for food. You know, I'll work this land for you. I'll till this land. I'll plant these crops, and then you pay me with food and shelter. Exactly. Esau done away with the gold standard backing up the dollar back in when Nixon.
Yeah, 1968.
71 when was it Nixon? That when Nixon. So your money has a few or more of these stimulus packages passed because they're pushing that digital dollar, and that digital dollar, along with these other digital currencies, because are another stepping stone to that mark of the beast. All right, yeah, you'll put your digital dollar on your debit card, but eventually they're going to do away with the debit card. All right, China, I believe Sweden are already experimenting with digital currency. Damn near 95% of Sweden is cashless. All right, the banks penalize you when you go take money out. You know. Finish that, bro.
If I may add real quick, what else could John the Revelator have saw that would have you think that anything outside of the microchip would be needed for you to buy and sell?
So Esau didn't think about the atheists. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think, like, you guys don't understand. This is for all. He listed all class of people in this video. Right? Everybody had to deal with this to some degree, or that they would be killed, or they would be off the grid, so to speak. But what else could it be?
You gotta make sense of it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta really use common sense.
In all,
if you was like, if you was to put it in layman's terms, just whatever people say is the mark. Read whatever you say the mark is in context of the scripture and see if that makes sense. If you say the mark of the beast is sin, well, read it,
Put that in there,
and replace mark with sin and see if that makes sense to you. If you say it's what do Johanna say it is? He said it's like 30 different things for the mark. 30, 40 different things is interchangeable with the mark. Or sleeping with a white woman. Read it.
Wasn't didn't he say being the police?
Read and let's see if that makes sense. Let's see if really accept that.
Zion said, didn't he say Apostle Paul had it?
Yeah.
Didn't he
He
also?
said Solomon had it.
Didn't he also say if you a cop or something like that too?
Man, this dude, he didn't.
Oh yeah, they said
Every
Christianity?
every week.
yeah, kind.
And it's funny because like it's like he be winging it, but he never guesses right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he just be
He
guessing
just throw
and
anything
guessing.
out there.
But he never said fuck it, it's the chip. He never will say that though.
One of his minions said, if you lift up the rifle with your right hand, that for the white man, that's the mark of the beast.
So if you lift it up with your left hand, it's not.
That's what kind of control is that?
But you know them niggas, they
That's as is the leader.
that's their
kind.
spirit over there, man. You know, read that, bro.
He said sleeping with
And
white women.
don't say mark, just say sleeping with white women, and then see if it makes sense.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a white woman in their right hand or in their foreheads.
All right, now read it again, but this time just say read it a copy. Read it a copy.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to
Yeah, how you?
you can't even
This is what they say.
You gotta do this to Jake, man, because Jake is so fucking simple.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I'm doing this is because Johanna recently, he put up I don't know if it was an Instagram post or
Yeah, kind.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was basically sending shots against the apostles for teaching the mark of the beast of the RFID chip.
So we're just out here scaring people like that.
Yeah, we're fear mongering, we're scaring people.
You should be scared. You should be scared of the destruction that's coming. You should be scared because these prophecies are coming to pass and you don't have no coverage. You know, if you're not in this truth or you don't believe in this doctrine or the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to 144%, you're through. That's what you should be scared of, the destruction that's coming. Ain't no one scared. They scared of fucking COVID-19. You should be scared of the Most High.
So I had to ask a beautiful segue, because think about it. For you people out there that are scared because you lost your job and you might be losing your home, your cars, and you're homeless and all of this because of this whole pandemic thing, lack of jobs and whatever else. If you're, this is almost a test run to see if you have faith to get past that. If you can be like, fuck it, I'll be homeless.
Scared of losing, Esau will restore all of that. All of that plus tenfold if you take his mark.
All the buying and selling.
Yep.
That goes right in there. Yep. That encompass. So like that's encompassed within buying and selling. Everything that you believe in your livelihood is all buying and selling. Whether you're working, whether where you live, whether you eat, all of that is all under that. And he understood that when he came up with this mark, this implant thing. Okay, the Most High understood it when the vision came to John the Revelator, and even before to those that understood it before. All right, so this is going to bring you to everything that's carnal about you. It's going to bring that to see if you're going to have carnality about you, or if you're going to have spiritual faith about you. Okay, that's the test that you're coming up against when you have to deal with this mark of the beast. All right, we're going to put the actual implant in there now into that phrase. Yeah, let's do that. Watch how clean it sounds now. That in there. How much sense that makes.
And he caused the dog.
And then read down to the next verse, as you say.
Both smelling great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the RFID chip, mark of the beast, in the right hand or in their foreheads.
Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the chip.
Come on, man. That's
how much clearer can you put it? And understand, this one is clear as day. You can see, yeah.
Everything is going blockchain. Everything.
Yep.
All right, MasterCard, they're going blockchain now.
And don't think that Visa, American Express, Discover, all of them gonna follow suit.
Everything is going digital, man. It's on the blockchain technology now.
Hey, like the brother said, in this neural chip, the Mustang, is that not the Neuralink? Is that not directly put it in your head? Because they're going to use the same facilities of that chip within your body anyway. Okay. So I mean, it don't get plainer than that. Now, okay, it's not a little right-side grain. It don't matter, man. The technology from this thing will be implanted into you, and that will be part of your allegiance to this beast.
Yep.
Okay?
You're branded.
Yeah, bring it all the way through.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Another thing, that the word mark means a charagma, which means an incision, an implant, impaling. All right, and everything that the brother just inserted into there, don't impale, has nothing to do with a stake.
I got it. It makes sense versus the thing that just naturally makes sense. Can I get the picture? We're not taking pictures, sir. You're not? All right, I got a picture. You got it, bro.
Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands.
Talk about the elect, because it's going to be martyrs that's going to have to die for not taking that chip, for not bowing down to Esau. All right, it's prophesied, but their reward is the kingdom of heaven. Their reward is being joint heirs with Yahushua. Right. All right, their reward is receiving that glory from the Most High. You know. Yeah, finish that, and I want you to jump to 14, because you got to understand that this is important. That's why we going into this. That's why the apostles and the elders and the men of the Lord, we continue to be repetitive with this because this is a major prophecy and it's consequences to taking this chip. Johanna is not telling you about the consequences because because that's why you got to get this right. That's why it's very important that you know that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip because there's deadly consequences to taking that mark. All right, and it's man, you don't want to feel that fire from those ICBM missiles. You don't want to feel that concentrated fire from them chariots. You know, you don't want to get judged here in Africa.
Jude 1, and starting at 22, it says, and if some have compassion, making a difference, and others saved with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garments by the flesh.
Hey,
you know,
we're trying to pull you drakes out of the fire that take heed to these doctrines and that these false teachers preach. Hey, we're extending that hand like it says in Proverbs 1, the first chapter. You know, and if you don't regard that hand, you don't regard us reaching out to you and telling you what it is and what it's not. You're gonna get judged here in America, and there's a lot of judgments going to go out because people are not going to take heed. People are used to the comfortable lifestyle that they have, and a part of keep maintaining that comfortable lifestyle is taking that chip. All right, if everything can go back to the same how it was before this COVID-19, shit, damn near half the people would take the chip right now. But it ain't got bad enough for Esau to really, you know, make the chip mandatory. You know,
It's Proverbs 24, verse 11. If thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and those that are ready to be slain, if thou sayest, behold, we knew it not, doeth not he that pondereth the heart consider it?
Hey, it's a lot, but that's the point of why the brother was talking about what's so repetitive. Because we got to leave no excuse that we prophesied this coming of this mark of beast unto. Because this is a major prophecy. It's so big, it translates from this world into the next life.
Yeah.
That's how big this event is. Okay, if you take allegiance to this beast and not to the Most High, he's gonna have there's gonna be conditions on earth that will affect you in your next life.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how big this is. You don't end with this life and then you just go on and start fresh. No, you're gonna continue from the works that you did in the past, in this life, into the next one, and this shame is gonna come with it.
Yep. Because people were trying to say, the scripture does say we won't remember, we don't remember things from the former, but like you were saying, in this life, because this is the end of a rulership, this is the end of an era. So the next era, you're gonna know. You're gonna what's it said in Daniel 12? Damn, what does it say? Where 12 and
Many shall be purified and made white, right?
no, the one where it says people to be delivered. Let me see. Found written in everlasting shame. You know, they're gonna know. We're gonna know who took that chip in the kingdom. All right, because the scripture said from the least to the greatest. So if you're the least, we know that you were 2/3 and you had to come back to the loins of the elect and you took that chip. You know, we're all going to be, you know, perfect, but still, you're going to be the least.
You wanted 14?
Yeah, get 14 and 9.
Oh, you had a precept right now, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
I didn't finish the
Oh yeah, kind of slack.
Verse 12 again, it says, if thou sayest, behold, we knew it not, doeth not he pondereth the heart and consider it? And he that keepeth thy soul, doeth not he know it? And shall not he render to every man according to his works? So basically, the Lord's gonna hold us responsible for what we know and what we understand. He showed us, he revealed to us what the mark is. Now it's our job is to go out there and proclaim it to those that don't see it. And if they don't see it, that's on them. They get judged by that. But you're going to be judged on what you do about that. Are you going to continue to proclaim it publicly, boldly? Are you going to warn the people, or are you going to just say, I know what it is, but you know, I'm not going to tell the people what it is because I got some type of deal. You know, I got a 501c3, you know, that's keeping me from really telling the truth about it. So I'm gonna just deceive our people and do mental gymnastics, you know, just so I can hold on to this bride that I got. those dudes like that, you're gonna be judged, man.
Fine.
All right.
Yeah, look at Brother Bill.
It says, this is the book of Mark, chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not.
How do you get baptized? That is speaking of with the wisdom and the understanding of not taking that mark to put it in the context of what we're talking about.
The word.
Right? This word, understanding what that mark is and understanding not to take it is how you get baptized from it. Okay? Go ahead.
But he that believeth not shall be damned. And these signs, and these signs shall, and these signs shall follow them that believe in my name.
Yeah, that believe. The sign is gonna, the glory gonna come to you if you believe. And then what is it gonna say?
In my name shall they cast out devils.
Right.
They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents, and if they drive, if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them.
Yeah, that's going into the Lord promising them of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
You know, when he sent his disciples to go out there and do the ministry, they was going to inherit that power through the Holy Spirit.
Right.
Acts
You
2.
know? Acts the 2nd
Kind.
chapter, that was a fulfillment. You know, the miracles that they were doing. That's what that's going into.
Yep.
You know.
What I was saying was those that believe and those that didn't, you wouldn't have a protection, and it would follow you. But the choices you made in this life would follow you, just like having the Spirit would follow you. You know, and getting that power would follow you. All right, and there will be a difference between you and those that don't believe. Okay, and in the kingdom of heaven, it'll be the same way. All right, if you take this mark, that's gonna follow you. That shame is gonna follow you into the kingdom of heaven. All right, yeah, it'll be the kingdom of heaven, but you won't be on that high glory level to get to go through all the glorious events, sightings, and things that the elect will get to experience.
Being crowned. All that, man. Go ahead, man.
Higher.
Yep.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall
commanded not to take the mark.
Done.
All right? We're commanded not to take the mark unto death. That's what you already read that in Revelation 20, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, the mark is not a least commandment. If the Lord is telling you if you do it and the final result is missile fire, that ain't just no least commandment. That ain't like eating pork and you can spit it out and say,
Right.
salaki.
Nah,
Man.
that's a heavy
once
judgment.
you take once you get that implant,
It's over.
That's a wrap, man.
Even if you try to pull it out the skin, it's too late, man.
Missile food.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
That's the difference between the elect and the 2/3. All right, the 2/3 are going to take that chip. 2/3 are going to bow down and have allegiance to this new world order. The elect is going to be faithful until death. All right, and receive their crown in heaven. They're going to receive everlasting life. Going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Are going to receive 100-fold of everything that they may have lost in this world. What is saying? Was it Matthew 19? Con.
It's Matthew. Matthew 19, and starting at 26. And it says, I'll start at 27. It says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the reincarnation,
Con.
Yeah.
When
That's another stumbling block amongst Jake out there. You know, really damn Christians, but you know, it is reincarnation. All right?
when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, and the Lord didn't sit on the throne of his glory at that time. It says, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive it 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
And those guys that teach those false doctrines, they're not willing to forsake those things on this side. The scripture says, he that loses his life shall gain it, and he that
Save
his life shall lose it.
Okay.
Or you got to be willing to lose your life, lose not literally, but lose the lifestyle that you once lived before you came into this truth. And a lot of these guys ain't not willing to do that. They want to be in the truth and be in the world. They want to still have the same benefits of the world, but still teach Israel. No, you got to be 100% in this. You can't be lukewarm. You know, a lot of these guys is lukewarm, and that spewing, the Most High is going to spew out his mouth with a sword judgment. You know, and teaching that the mark of the beast is not the RFID chip that's like one of the worst things that you could do.
Yeah,
because that, like the brother was saying, that the judgment of that, it ain't like committing adultery or you can put to death. You can put to death. No, it's about a judgment from the Yahweh Shai. It says, read it in verse 9 or verse 10, where it says, in the presence of the Lamb, and the Lamb is Yahweh Shai. That means Yahweh Shai is gonna judge your ass. It ain't no light judgment.
Yeah.
Straight to the point. So Revelations chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh.
Yeah. So you're preserved. You take that chip, you're preserved for that wine of the wrath of the Most High. Yeah, you'll make it through the famine, you'll make it through the pestilence, you'll make it through the concentration camps, because you're being preserved for a special judgment. Go ahead, bro.
Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Without mixture, hey, straight, no chasing, no, not watered down. You gonna feel that indignation. You gonna feel that fire.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
In the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb. That means the angels and the Lamb. Yahweh Shai is gonna judge you for that. That's taking that chip is the worst thing. You Israelites, is the worst thing you could do. Is take that chip, because that means you make Esau your God. You bow down to Esau. Most High ain't your power. Esau is your power. And idolatry is the first is one of the first commandment. Don't put any gods before me. And when you take that chip in your hand, right hand, forehead, anywhere in your body, that's what you're doing. What you gonna say?
When you look into the definition for Barakah, one of the definitions says as a badge, the badge of servitude of the beast.
Yeah.
You know? So you basically when you serve the beast, that means you worshiping his image.
Yep.
You know?
Isaiah 66 and 15. I'm going to start at 14. And when you see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb. And the hand of the Lord shall be known towards his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Slain of the Lord shall be many. That means a lot of Israelites, over 1 billion Israelites, is going to die in America and other parts of the world. All right? As the slaying of the Lord shall be many, and the scripture says that Israel is as the sea, the sand of the sea, can the star as the stars in heaven, in the heavens. And only 144,000 and the 1/3 of Israel going to be saved. That's over 1 billion Israelites are going to die. Easy. It's going to be, man, it's going to be, and the Most High about to make an easy work of America and Esau and the rest of these heathen nations. But you Israelites, y'all going to catch the worst. You know, because y'all should know better. The laws, the statutes, and commandments, this book is for you. The scriptures is for you Israelites. It ain't for these heathen nations. These instructions, these laws, statutes, and commandments are for the Israelites, not you heathens. All right, that's why you Israelites are going to get judged the worst. What does it say in Deuteronomy 4? What nation is this so great?
To have the Most High so nigh unto them.
The Most High so nigh to them. These other nations know that the Most High is dying under us. Okay, but taking that chip, hey, like I said, you making Esau your power, your God. But man, and the Lord is about to start sending judgment to this place, man. And you Israelites, you got to wake up, man. You got to wake up to this truth. You got to wake up to your heritage. All right, you got to come out of that deep sleep, that deep slumber that you Israelites are in. Okay, because this ain't. The scripture says, Micah 2:10, this ain't our rest. All right, we're not supposed to be here trying to build and trying to make America great and trying to have a house with a picket fence and have a job and a 401k and a pension and all that bullshit. That ain't for us.
For future riches. And
yeah.
I'm about to get this. I got this idea. I'm gonna make $1 million on it.
I'm about to invest in this and man, no, that ain't for us.
Get your daily bread.
Yep.
Your day-to-day life. And move on, man. And when the 30, like you said, heat. Now 30 seconds come when the heat is around the corner. But you got to take that chip or not. Hey, you got to denounce it and move on, with no attachment, no looking back like Lot's wife.
Yep.
Okay, that's what this is coming to.
Hey, since you mentioned that, like when the hour of temptation comes, a lot of you that have that Lot's wife spirit, you're going to be thinking back to the comfort that you had.
Yeah.
And immediately you're gonna make your decision based off of that.
Yeah.
That's and what happened to Lot's wife?
Thinking about the good times and shit.
Mosai turned her ass into a pillar of salt. You know? So hey, think about that when it comes to the mark. Yeah. Remember Lot's wife. What decision did she make? And look at the long-lasting legacy she left behind. That pillar is still there to this very day.
She's written in the book of life, but not in a good way.
Yep. She's written in the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her monument is still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
She ain't written in the heavens.
What did it say in Jude? That was the time of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay.
It said that place was left as
an example.
an example unto those that should live ungodly in the future times. Well, it's still there. There's still no one inhabiting that land, and that pillar is still sitting there as a part of that monument of what not to do. As America will become that monument of what not of the life, the wicked life that we follow this devil within. Okay.
Yep. Big Z history, right?
Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
When he says plead, right there, I forgot what the Hebrew word is, but that word means to judge. And that's what the word is right there?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's to judge, right. So he's going to judge all flesh, which brings you right back to 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter. That everybody must stand before the judgment seat. And through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. By understanding how detrimental this will be to your life and your health and your spiritual life, more importantly, you should be persuaded to the righteous side of the decision making in this hour of temptation.
Verse 17, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. For I know their works and their thoughts.
That's right.
Their intents for to go astray for the Most High.
God.
That's all.
Okay, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 10.
Yep.
Says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
Making the decision of being tempted with taking the mark of the beast or not. Okay? That you be cut off from buying and selling and so on and so forth to be a part of the system, to have a life in this world. Okay? It says, which shall come upon all the world.
All the world, like it said in 13. Revelation 13, it said free and bond, small and great. That's all the world. All the world's gonna be tried with this hour of temptation, whether you believe it or not. It's prophesied. The scriptures say the Most High is a man that he should not lie. So all these words, all these prophecies in this book must come to pass. That hour of temptation is going to come to pass.
Yes, it says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yep.
Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast what thou hast, that no man take thy crown. That don't let somebody like a Johanna or somebody, even though you may have heard the breakdown from somebody that understands what the mark of the beast is, don't let somebody come in and disenchant you. Be like, fuck it. It's important that I take this vaccine and the chip so I can preserve my life, so I can build my piece of the kingdom in this kingdom.
There's going to be a lot of
like that.
Go ahead, Sly. There's going to be a lot of people out there that's hoping the mark of the beast ain't the RFID chip.
Yeah.
They're going to be hoping that and they're going to their faith is not built up, so they're going to say, you know what, it ain't the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is something else, just so they can continue in that in their wickedness, in the delicacies that they enjoy here in America. Okay. They're going to be hoping, but they know in the back of their head, yo, this might be the mark, knowing damn well it is. But it's going to be a lot of jakes out there that's going to get caught up because they can't leave this life. All right, they can't leave the shit that they had in the world behind, to worship the Most High and not this devil. You should read right, bro.
Yeah. It says, him that overcometh will I make it. It says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my God, and in the name of the city of which my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. And it's special because that New Jerusalem that comes down will be the ones that were escaped up into the chariots from Revelation the 18th chapter. You'll escape the plagues and the tribulation that'll be befalling this place, and that's why in the presence of the angels and the Lamb you get beamed up. But those also that don't beat the hour of temptation will get destroyed in that same time. So when we come down, He gonna make you a special creature with His Spirit on you.
If I may say, this is also going into after the tribulation. After everything had happened, these men, they're going to come up out of the great tribulation because they actually made it through the tribulation. They didn't allow the beast to get the victory over them. They got the victory over the beast. All right. It talks about how they're going to be given white robes, arrayed in white robes and fine linen. These are the men that were found proven to be those men that are found more precious than fine gold.
Those are blameless.
They're blameless in the eyes of the Lord. That's the 144,000.
They found without
God.
God.
Found without God.
Yeah.
Which is false doctrine, basically, or false belief.
What is that?
And this
Revelation 14.
And this is
found without one.
And this is showing you that you have a spiritual mark, which the Lord's going to spiritually mark His elect. And they're going to have what you call the exemption of judgment. The mark of exemption. Okay? Those are going to be the men who's going to have the seal of the Heavenly Father, the name of His Father and His Son in their forehead. So they're going to be reserved and kept safe.
God.
Everybody else is going to have the physical mark, which is the mark of the beast. All right? Showing you that there is a difference. You have the physical mark of the beast, and you have the spiritual seal of the Most High. Okay? These men are going to be found blameless, man.
That's right.
All right? And matter of fact, if somebody can, go and they on their phone, go to the blue letter, and go to that same chapter, Revelation 3, and look up that word mark.
3 and 10.
Yeah. Not 10.
Was
I
it
think it's
11?
like 12. He's gonna write
that I
up
was
on
reading, it was
New name, yeah, 12.
his new name. Yeah.
12.
Uh.
No.
Yeah. Go for the word right. To write upon it.
Yeah, right upon it.
I got it.
Yeah.
This is Grapho G1125. It says to write with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate, to express in written characters, used of those things which stand written in the sacred books, to write one by written in an epistle, to give information, directions, to fill with writing, to draw up in writing, compose, to write, to grave. See, the lexicon says,
Because in other words, the Lord's gonna write these men. He's gonna write their name in heaven. Your name is written in heaven, man.
to record, a record.
Yeah. So basically, you on the Lord's record for being part of the holy New Jerusalem.
Right. It says to write of, in writing to mention, to refer a person or thing whom Moses had in mind in writing of the Messiah, or whose likeness Moses delineated. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So hey, that's a heavy thing, man.
That's right, yeah.
You know? And then when you go back over to what was that Revelation 14, it talks about they have the angel will bring a seal. The angel is going to put a seal upon the forehead of those same men. The same men who the Lord's going to write upon them the name of his Father and his name.
Right.
Okay? Somebody look up that word too for a seal.
It's the same word.
It's in Revelation 14.
Can I read this while you read that?
Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4, because you're talking about a spiritual mark, right? And so this is that name of it, the mark of exemption, but then it's going to say everyone else also. Watch what happens to them. I'm going to read it. It says, Ezekiel 9 and 4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
This is Revelation 7.
That's the spiritual mark of his name, of his understanding. All right? It says, and to the others in mine hearing, go after him through the city and smite. And those others are the ones that took the mark, or if you didn't take the mark, but you still wasn't given that mark of exemption of your house. Okay? So you gotta have the point is to have the mark of exemption to make it through. Because whether you take the mark of the beast or not, you ain't gonna get saved if you don't have that mark of exemption from the Most High.
Which is the seal that the Lord's going to place on his elect.
Exactly.
So ultimately, you got to be of the elect.
That's right. It says, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women.
That's going into the slaying of the Lord shall be many, with the brother read. Hey, ain't no one's going to be exempt from judgment except the elect.
That's it. Children, grown-ups, it don't matter. Elderly, it doesn't matter, man. If you don't have that mark of exemption, that seal, the angel gonna get you. It says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the house, begin at the ancient men that were before the house. Somebody get that.
I got that the word for seal and
Go to the verse first.
Okay,
Read the verse and then get the
Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Now hold back the destruction.
Okay.
Don't let the missiles go off just yet. I gotta seal my men first.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Now look up that word sealed, and then somebody get Revelation 14 and 1. The word should be shragizo.
Yes, fragizo. To set a seal upon, a mark with a seal. The point is really indeed, in order to prove, confirm, to attest a thing, to confirm, authenticate.
Confirm and authenticate.
A written document.
But basically, like the mark of the beast would be
Yeah.
an authentication that you are alliance to the beast. This mark is an authentication that you're in the spirit of Yahweh Shemiyah
That you're one of his.
Yeah.
You're one of his.
Yeah,
You're thorough.
Yeah.
The Lord is basically marking you like, hey, you thorough to me.
yeah.
You're authentic. You're real. You one of me.
You confirm.
Yeah, you confirm, and I verify you.
There's 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Those are the men who the Lord is going to deliver from the hour of temptation.
Okay.
Okay, that He's going to write upon him, the name of his father in his name. Hey, the holy city, New Jerusalem,
Yeah.
which is going to be what the governing body right there.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you men so much that I'm gonna make y'all governors in my kingdom because y'all obeyed me to even unto death.
Yep.
The Lord sees those men as special. That's why he's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Okay.
Go to Revelation 14.
Revelations chapter 14 and verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
There you go. Having his father's name written in their forehead. See? So these men are going to be awarded for being faithful.
Yeah.
And some of those men were some of those men were martyrs. Even those men that John saw, that was up to 144,000, some of them actually was put to death for this
Kind. They were beheaded for the
They were
testimony.
beheaded. Revelation 20. Yeah. Revelation the 20th chapter. Some brothers don't have to go through the means. But he still saw those same men standing before Yahweh Shai, showing you that those men were brought back. They were resurrected.
That's right.
And they were back to receive their crown.
Let's go, Jay.
You see? So those men got the victory over the worshiping of this damn devil's system, and they didn't take the chip. They said, man, fuck you and your microchip. Take me out, man.
The Maccabees said, right?
Yeah.
Straight up, man. You said you had something?
2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 42. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon one of their heads he set, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked.
So Ezra saw the same vision that John did. They both got to see that ceremony.
Kind.
Okay. They both saw that.
Yeah, bro.
You do not want to be a part of that. You got to be bugged out your mind, man.
And that's a cut. That's a cut to, because you have Jakes that'll say, well, if I'm an Israelite and I know I'm coming back, in the kingdom, then why should I even get right?
Yeah.
Well, nigga, this is what you gonna be missing out on. You gotta bypass all that. You're not gonna be a part of that ceremony. That's why going back to it, that's why I was gonna have a brother read Revelation 20, where it says when it talks about the second death, it says it talks about there's no glory. Somebody go to that. Revelation 20 and I think it's like go right back to it.
It's like 24 and 24. The second death, like the fire.
Yeah. Just start at Revelation 20.
You heard it earlier, right? Yeah. You heard it earlier.
4 through 6, and then we're gonna go right back to them.
So Revelations chapter 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them.
Hey, just like Yahweh Shai said, what did he tell Peter?
Right.
You forsake, everything.
Yep.
You forsake your family, and you'll be in the reincarnation.
Yep, judging.
You'll be sitting on the throne judging the 12 tribes, man.
You'll receive 100-fold.
Yeah. So here it is. This is in prophecy.
Yep.
They literally saw that in the vision. What the Lord promised was to his servants.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh.
That's his doctrine. That's his truth.
Because that's how we're going to overcome. We're going to overcome by the blood of Yahweh Shai and by the testimony. Go ahead.
God. And which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image,
Yep.
neither have received his mark upon their foreheads.
Yep, they didn't take the chip. All right, they didn't bow down to this man's system of white supremacy. Okay, they didn't accept his Christianity. All right, his democracy. All right, they believed on the commandments, man. They stayed loyal. They stayed faithful to the Heavenly Father, man.
Yep.
They didn't give in to the left-hand agenda and different ideologies of the world. They kept themselves pure from that, man. Which is what? Showing you that these men were virgins spiritually.
They didn't make haste in time of trouble. When shit got rough, they didn't say, F this, I'm going back. I teach Jesus Christ. I want to teach you how I know. They stay firm. They stay firm for the doctrine. They stand firm for the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
Which is why brothers don't read what he's reading in 2nd Ezra, man. Why is the Lord commending these men that came out of great tribulation? Let's read that, and then we'll go back to it.
Neither have received this mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with the Mashiach 1,000 years.
As what? As governors, as the governing body, man, as rulers, like the Lord promised us. He that overcometh will I give power over the nations. Okay? That means you're going to be over all the nations, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, and you even going to be over the Israelites that got to come back through you. Okay? The Lord's he's going to make you a part of the elite class of Israel. You're a part of his hierarchy, man. For getting the victory, for staying, remaining faithful, loyal. Go ahead. So that's why you shouldn't have that attitude of, well, I'm an Israelite, so I know I'm gonna come back anyway. I'm gonna still get the kingdom. I'm gonna still be rich. Yeah, but you're not gonna receive the same glory that these men are gonna receive. You're just gonna be just a regular citizen in Israel.
And Jake think that the death is just fast.
Oh, that's a whole nother situation. Because you ain't gonna have that same attitude when you sitting there and your spirit is still in your flesh, while that flame of fire is just melting every element off of you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have that same mindset, man. you're gonna be hoping that you can hurry up and die.
Con.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished.
And that's talking about the other nations, meaning they're not gonna get their position back. Really, meaning they're gonna be able to live sovereign, even though they're still gonna be under us.
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to live and not have to go through what they had to endure under the first 1,000 years of the kingdom. Okay, they're gonna be able to get their land. They're gonna be able to live. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna, during that 1,000-year period, we're gonna be teaching them the law.
Con.
They still want to pay tribute to us.
Yeah. Hey, just like how the Lord, before we got the land of Canaan, the land flowing with milk and honey, the Lord, He taught us statutes and judgments that we'll be able to go and live in that land to possess it.
Con.
So these nations, when they're enslaved under us during the first 1,000 years, we're going to be teaching them how to actually live.
Con.
And then after that 1,000 years is up, they're going to be able to, live on their own.
Con.
And they're going to be governed by what? By our standards, right? Which is the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Okay? So that when it says the dead live not until after the 1,000 years, that's talking about the other nations. 2/3, they're going to be coming right back
Con.
through the elect. Okay? Keep going, huh?
Con. I'll restart at verse 5.
Go ahead.
But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
The first resurrection, which is what? The first dominion. Okay? Basically, when Yahushua comes back with the host of heaven and deliver his elect from the four corners, that's going to be the first resurrection. The dead, the brothers that died in this thing, you seeing them brothers rise up out of them graves, and then they get changed in the twinkling of an eye and caught up, beamed up into the ship with their new bodies, man. That's the first resurrection.
Yep.
Blessed is those that partake in that.
Yeah, con.
If you a 2/3, you're not blessed.
You'll hear about the ceremony.
Yeah, you have to read about
Read about it. Yeah.
But you're not gonna be a participant.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power.
Hey, such as the second death. Hey, you have no power, man. Okay. So, hey, the second death, it's going to be worse than the first one. The first death was what? The flood.
Water.
So you can only imagine how much more intense the second one is going to be. Because this time it's going to be with fire, man. All right? Something like that should tell you why you shouldn't have that attitude that, oh, well, if I die, I'm going to come back anyway. But you don't know that you might be partaker of the second death.
Isaiah 33 and 14. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? And I looked up that word everlasting.
Man.
It says long duration, antiquity, futurity, forever, ever, everlasting, evermore, perpetual, old, ancient world, continuous existence, everlasting, indefinite, or unending future, eternity. So the Lord can slow down the time, man. Have you feel all that.
Hey, con. Because the scriptures say, 1,000 years is as a day, and a day is as 1,000 years. So the Most High could just have it to where you burn for however long you want.
You catch that missile fire, you're gonna feel every inch of that thermonuclear fire, the concentrated fire from the chariot, whatever it may be. You're gonna feel it. You ain't gonna go out fast and that's it. No. Like the scripture says, that must come to pass. Your eyes shall consume away in their holes, your tongue in your mouth. That has to happen.
Bro, if you ever seen burn victims, they don't automatically die the moment they catch on fire. And them motherfuckers, they be like screaming in agony, just groaning and grunting.
They showed you that in Terminator 2. They were just burning. They was sizzling for a hot second. Yeah.
It's like you want this shit to
end.
but you just, you know, damn near like Lazarus and not Lazarus, the rich man.
Shit.
Dip asshole. Idiot. But hey, like in the parable, you know, you have the rich man that when he woke up, you know, he was in torment, and he said, "Hey, can you, you know, dip your tongue in, dip your finger in water and cool my tongue?"
Right.
You know, for I'm tormented in this flame, even though that's not a literal, story.
He wanted
It was just a parable, but hey, you know,
he's the affliction.
Just that condition alone.
That's right.
You know.
Read that again.
Come on.
Isaiah 33 and 14. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings?
Man. That's
Bro, and that's different, bro. The Most High is gonna have where your nerve endings is what you call it. You know, like when one sense goes to heightened, that's the word.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to where your nerve endings are heightened. You know, Jake, they'll go through phases like say you cooking or something, you get burned by some hot grease, but you ain't never felt fire on your internal organs.
Inside your skin.
Bro.
It ain't that regular oven fire. That should have been degree.
Bro. Nobody ever felt fire on their eyes, bro. I guess
Hey, like Charles said, the super duper missiles, man.
Yeah.
200 billion of them.
Job 14:22.
This is the book of Job, chapter 14, verse 22. But his flesh upon him shall have pain, and his soul within him shall mourn.
The same must know it after death by pain.
Yeah.
So that's why I had him read that in Revelation 20, man. You know, that second death is that's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Is being a partaker of that, man. You know, and knowing the terror of the Lord will persuade men. So that's why I wouldn't have that attitude, man. You know, well, hey, I'm coming back anyway. Is that how you want to really come back?
Right.
It's easy to say that now while you're still in the flesh and you still can eat drinks, you can still receive rain, you can take a shower and shit, you could have sex with women, you can still do all that right now. But what about when a nuclear warhead detonate right above you?
It's easy to say that you won't take the chip now.
Yeah.
Until that temptation that you're faced with it. You're faced with life and death, and what are you gonna choose? It's easy to say it now.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I don't know.
No, go ahead. You got it. No, go ahead.
Well, and it's easy because death looks like not taking the mark.
Oh, yeah.
Doing the righteous
Yeah.
thing looks like the bad situation. You know? But it's really the good situation once you get past it. That's why Yahweh Shai also said, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out the mouth of the Most High. You know? That's the difference. Meaning you're going to live and be able to withstand not eating, not having a place to live, being off the grid, so to speak, not being part of the system, because the Most High's wisdom will keep you involved in it. You're not going to let you start with it. Keeping the hour of his word in the hour of temptation, you're going to be all right. Versus what looks like the easy way, by taking it. No, it just makes sense to take it. No, it don't make sense to take it because there's a consequence to take it.
So let's go back to Second Ezra. Now we're dealing with the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is they that are of the first resurrection.
I'm gonna start at 42. Second Ezra 2 and 42. I, Ezra, saw upon Mount Zion a great people.
See, look, listen. We just described the second death.
Con.
What he's getting ready to read is the first resurrection.
Con.
So, I mean, which,
Right.
seriously,
Yeah. It's the divide.
we over here about to get crowned by the Son of the Most High, and you over here bathing in missile fire. Go ahead, bro.
I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all had praised the Lord with songs.
Hey, and this had to be a massive, I think when he's seen this, and I could be wrong, I'm speaking as a man, but this could possibly be in the ship.
Yeah.
And that ship would have to be that big, gigantic ship
The one that they say
to hold that innumerable amount of Israelites.
the one they say is larger than the earth.
Hey, Ezra said he saw it like he stood upon a mountain, man.
Yeah.
So
That
it would make sense that they all was beamed up into one gigantic ship,
He didn't see
and he
where it
saw
ended
all
or where it
those
began.
Yeah.
con.
Yeah.
So all those souls were in that ship, man.
When you look down, was it to see a glass eye?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
same
yeah.
moment. Yep. Hey, they got to basically watch the judgment,
Destruction.
you know. Hey, only with thine eyes shall thou see the reward of the wicked.
It's bullshit.
Verse 43.
Like him, you know.
Yeah. That's missile food right there.
That's that Boosie spirit.
Yeah.
And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua. Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Now they crowned and receive palms. All right. So these are men that came out of great tribulation. These are the same men who the Lord changed and gave them those everlasting bodies, man. Okay. These are the men who are they can no longer die. They got the victory over death. Okay? Everlasting life, man. Go ahead.
Verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Man. Meaning what? They resisted unto death, man. They resisted unto blood. Okay?
I got reset.
Hey, these men were faithful, man. He that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah.
These men all endured, man. Go ahead.
Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders that the Lord thy power thou hast seen.
Hey. So he saw the reward, man. You know? And Ezra, he probably didn't know it, but he was among them. He was among those men who was getting crowned.
Yep.
Okay? John, even though he saw it going back thousands of years ago, he was one of those men.
Exactly.
He didn't, of course, he didn't recognize that because he had to come back in a regeneration.
That's right. New bodies.
Okay? He was in his new glorious body, so of course he wasn't going to recognize himself in that crowd of men. You know?
So real quick, we'll talk about they didn't understand fully seeing themselves in that vision. Those getting the reward. What did Ezra say, right? 2nd Ezra 16 and 17, that's straight to the point right there. woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Knowing that that vision was for a time afar off. But he understood that he would be back in this time.
And it wasn't that he didn't have faith,
Right.
that he was going that who he believed in. It was just that he seen how great the destruction was in an advanced society that he never seen before.
And this just asking a rhetorical question, like, damn, it's like saying, what the Most High gonna do to save me?
Christians say,
How you gonna get me through this?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
they
How
got
the hell I'm gonna get delivered through that? That's
See,
hell.
You saw what you just showed me? How am I supposed to make it through that? And you gotta remember, there's no computers when he saw the vision. There's no flashlights,
Yeah, the chip wasn't forming.
None of that stuff going on. So him to see all of that stuff, and then to figure out, like, wait, and the destruction come with that? How do we make it through that? Well, now he prophesied in part, but now we can see all the pieces coming together with all the different understanding of the seals that's been opened.
No pictures, please. No pictures.
No
Okay.
All right, looked like you were doing something with the Lord.
We
We are.
What
That's why
did
I'm a photographer, and I take pictures, and I share it for a long time. And I see something that looks like it comes from the Lord, I share it with people because it's a great business. What do you think?
Hey,
How do you like that one,
hey,
brother?
okay.
And I'm a Jewish Christian. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So I'm very confused, huh?
Hey, but you know what?
You said it, not me.
I saw
Now
you
that you,
thinking Israel.
hey, now that you done took a picture, now it'll be known in that day that a prophet have been among you.
What?
It'll be known that a company of prophets have been among you.
Absolutely, right?
Okay, yeah.
And we all are because we know what's going on. And we know the Lord's coming back.
Yep.
So it's okay to take a picture of this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, bro.
Yep.
Yep, love the Lord.
Let them
Just
take those
travelers
clicks.
passing through, right?
Yep.
So, but God bless you guys and hope,
Hey, could I ask you one more question, sir? Another sign I want you to see and see if you understand it.
Oh,
Maybe
I
take a
probably
picture.
do.
Right, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yep, well, I've been aware of it for 30 years. Okay, take a picture? Oh, cool. Yeah, in fact, we started with InfoPet back in the 90s, and they were bigger things for the pets. Eventually, they wanted to market for the children. Of course, now they got the technology to put them in a vaccine.
Oh, yeah.
But we're all going to say no to that, right? Because they're lying. How do we know? Because their lips are moving.
Right.
I'm just saying, this has all been a big fraud. I think you guys know that.
Yep.
You know, wearing masks, it's worse for you than better.
Yep.
Social distancing, I don't know if you guys are aware of this.
Oh, yep.
Came up with a 14-year-old girl. She's 29 now. Her name's, I just looked it up yesterday, today. Laura Glass. Her father was a scientist. It was off of a project she did, a science project, when she was 14. That's where we got that from. It's based on nothing. So everything they're making everybody do with these plastic shields and all that, the biggest fraud and lie of our human existence.
But we were saying earlier, it's funny because it's really just a show of the higher ups.
They're trying to...
That we're conditioned and ready to move on to the higher steps of
Bingo. That's all part of it.
Wearing the mask and scared of the
Yeah.
mask. Now we keep moving on with the vaccine and so on.
And you can't negotiate with fear. You got to wait for the dust settles, and then you can talk to people, right? And then that's it. And a lot of people, look, I've been researching a long time. I was on this February 11th when I started my log. Like when 9/11 happened, I created a log. On 07-08 crash, I created a log. October 1st shooting, didn't do a whole lot with it, created a log. So when this crap started, I went, create a log.
Yeah.
And then I have over 170 pages with links, conversations, videos being taken down. I download them, and I have secret ways to get them back up.
Right.
Because we're not stupid. And we know what's up.
No.
And, we're smart people. And I always love when I say that to someone. I go, you're a smart person, right? And they got to look at me and go, you want to debate me? Because you're not. Oh, you're not. All right, we're done here. But everybody is smart, and as it says in Romans and how God said, he confounded the wise. And so the thing is that, when you look at this stuff and you see what's going on, and you kind of go, really? Then you go.
Just common sense can open it up for you.
I tell people, I says, how many people forgot the basic biology class?
Right.
We need each other's viruses and bacteria. We need herd immunity.
Yep.
We need each other. But they want to separate us. God bless you.
I got a scripture for you, sir. I got a scripture for you. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city! It's all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
That goes right into what he was saying and what we've been saying all along. They set this place up to destroy you, man. This place is set up to destroy you. Okay, with all the lies and everything they put together for you to believe, the fear mongering and so on and so forth. It's all to set you up. But I didn't let him slide by because I felt he knew something else.
Yeah,
If he recognized us,
Did you see this? Did you see his phone?
Yeah, it was recording.
It was recording the whole fucking time.
That's why he put it face,
Put it right
the
there.
camera faced out.
it's like, oh,
He was an agent.
And he was trying to bait us with the Christian Jews.
right.
You know, we got to use wisdom.
What good would it have been for us to call
To cut him out, yeah, to cut him. Especially when we know Esau is watching every little move that we do, you know, and him recording, and you know, we got to use wisdom, like you were going into.
Yahweh used wisdom. It was everybody spying on him.
So if he was
That's why I said, you know, when he took the picture, I was like, you know what? No, like what he was saying was actually right. And I was like, and the reason why I said what I said is because when all hell break loose, they're gonna remember back to the days they ran into us.
Yeah.
Those pictures are there to help them remember that they came across a company of prophets.
and
It shall be known that a prophet has been among you.
he's gonna understand. He gonna the thought that's gonna come. Hey, those guys were all right, and they were right.
Yeah.
They weren't mean. They didn't cuss me out. They didn't try to jump me or beat me up. Or none of that.
He didn't.
They were cool.
He was waiting for us to say, "You're not a Jew."
Yeah,
You know, or go into that. You know
It was
what?
bait being both.
Yeah. Was he trying to say when he said, "Oh, they take down my videos"? Was he waiting to say they take all our videos too? No, we're not going to buy into your wicked devices, Esau. That you try to send your agent provocateurs, whatever you try to do. Hey, we got the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so we're using wisdom. We know how to be use subtlety.
That's right.
And the beautiful part, before we go back to what you're going into, one more part
still
was
reading, bro?
for him to say he knew all
Yeah.
of that stuff for so long.
Right. Right.
What level was he really on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It makes you really think, was he sent or not, you know?
Because if he know about the chip, he know about us.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, he should.
he know about us. So he knew that for 30 years. Right? Oh, okay.
Right.
It's about as long
Right,
as it's been out.
Yeah.
A little longer than that. So y'all go back to that.
I had something-
I thought it was interesting.
Real quick, talking about the elect. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 21. And I saw and spread it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. That's the labor of the elect. That's putting in this work for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The
right.
grape of the cluster. Those the first fruits. The Elohim that created the heavens and the earth with Yahushua.
Heavenly Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And get that. Heavenly Jerusalem, man. You know? A company of angels.
Yeah.
Okay? This brotherhood is a heavenly brotherhood, man. You know?
I know.
Always
You
moving.
want it, you. I gotta laugh a little bit. It's always
You gave her a dap.
I hit it with the fist bump.
I can't even say she quiet no more, bro.
Yep. You got a new brother now.
Since the beginning, the word was with the Lord, man, and the prophet's been here since like the beginning of time. What's the best breakdown for the 18th chapter of Ecclesiastes? It says, "He that lived forever created all things in general." So the prophet's been here since the beginning of time. And how does that
Read
go?
that again.
Is Ecclesiastes
Cuss. Ecclesiasticus.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 1, he that liveth forever created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other than he.
Yeah, that's talk about the Heavenly Father. He lived forever because he was the Ancient of Days.
Yep.
Had no beginning,
He
no
had no
end.
beginning nor end. That's what that's talking about. Alpha and Omega.
Yeah, he had a beginning and an origin, and that's why you go to 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter. First man Adam, which was that spirit of Yahweh, right, and then the last man Adam, which was Yahweh himself, reconciling the world back to the Most High, or Israel back to the Most High.
And the reason why he's known as the beginning is because he's the first. He's the first spirit that the Lord created.
That's why they say only begotten.
Yeah.
Because he was, like his brother said, his first spirit created.
Yeah. He was the first, and then, you know, in turn, you know, the Lord gave him the blueprint, and he in turn created the rest of the spirits, and then he chose in the beginning those first spirits that he created. He chose them to be the first fruits, and they together created the heavens and the earth.
God.
That's why in the kingdom, Yahweh Shai and the elect are going to be the rulers of the world.
Joint heirs.
The world was, because the world was created for their sakes. Starting with Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12, and then the elect. But
The rest of the
the
elect.
rest of the elect's like yeah, because King David is part of the elect.
God.
Yeah, man.
Solomon and David through the reincarnation, regeneration. Lo, I come in the volume of the book. Songs of the book.
Go back to where you was where you was finna go. I thought you was finna go to a scripture.
I was.
I got a script.
You was
See,
asking somebody to grab
I got Hebrews 12 and 22.
Yeah.
Hebrews 12 and 22. But ye are come unto Mount Zion and unto the city of the living power, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to an innumerable company of angels.
Yeah. That's, come on, man.
God.
You know? Hey, the heavenly Jerusalem. That's what and that's what ultimately when the heavenly Jerusalem, once they become perfected and changed, they're gonna become that new heavenly Jerusalem. That's the estate that you read about in Revelation 21. Somebody go there real quick. Revelation 21 starting at the top.
Revelations 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
That's the new world.
Yeah.
It's gonna basically when we come down from the ships, it's gonna be a new dominion.
Okay.
A new the righteous new world
Yeah,
order.
new era.
Peter
A
saw
new
this
era,
too.
the beginning of a new era. Hey, Esau's the end of the world and Jacob's beginning of that follow.
God.
Peter saw this too, along with Isaiah, the new heaven and a new earth. You know,
They prophesied.
They prophesied.
144. That's the spirit. 144. Call Allah Yahweh Shema.
and there was no more sea, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Yeah, that's talking about the elect. All right, that's the New Jerusalem. Those were the men who the Lord, you know, sealed with his father's name and his new name. Okay. These are the men who put on incorruption, immortality. All right, so hey, we're gonna go from this bullshit estate of being in these chains of darkness, weak. We're gonna go from that to supermen.
glory.
That's what's gonna be coming down from those ships, and that's when these nations, when they see us coming down from those ships, man, they're gonna immediately
God.
they're gonna bow down, man.
God.
Seeing us in that glory. Because the last time they would have seen us,
Yeah.
we were just regular.
Yeah.
We look at the
We
little.
We were in subjection unto them.
Con.
Yeah, we was getting beamed up though.
Yeah.
That's part of that first state of power.
They didn't see it, but these bodies didn't go up,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
Can I read this right quick?
Let him finish this, and then you can get that.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and is his people. And power himself shall be with them, and be their power.
Man, hey, the Lord's gonna be the sword of our majesty, man. All right, the power is really gonna dwell within us. That's talk about God's coming down.
Yeah. Psalms 82.
The gods are gonna be coming down because the Most High is gonna be with his men, making us gods on the earth.
As angels.
Yeah, kind. That first
The
estate
heavenly
again.
Jerusalem. Yeah. The innumerable angels. See? Watch how the Lord upgrades this brotherhood, man. Yeah, go ahead.
And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and they shall no more, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Hey, no more curse.
Yep, it's a curse, yep.
All right, no more getting trampled upon, no more getting oppressed, no more this pedophile, homosexual ruling over us, man.
Yep.
Trying to put a chip in us, destroying our food, our water, man. No more homosexuals and lesbians. No more having to answer to women.
Yep.
No more having to tiptoe around a woman. All that shit is of the past, man. That was of the old world.
Former things.
All that shit is not going to carry forth into the new world. All right, it's going to finally be a real dominion, man.
Yep.
A rulership of kings, men.
Real
Kind of real kingdom.
All right.
New heaven and new earth.
Yep. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Everybody got something.
I'll read out this one.
real quick. 1 Corinthians 15, I'm going to start at 24. Then I'm going to jump down later. It says, then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom of the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
Yes.
For he hath put all things under his feet. But when he saith all things are put under him, it is manifest that he is accepted, which did put all things under him. And when all things shall be subdued unto him, then shall the Son also himself be subject unto him that put all things under him, that the Most High may be in all.
That's right.
Okay? Yeah. And then the other
So
one,
that means everything is going to be under the subjugation of our Lord, man.
right, including death and life.
And for the elect, because see, the rest of the people, they're going to still be subject to death.
Yeah.
But us, now that we under Yahweh Shai's dominion and we're joint heirs with him, hey, we're no longer subject to death.
We're going to be
Because
perfect.
we're going to be changed unto his glory.
Yeah.
You see?
Right. I'm going to jump down. Verse 50, this is 1 Corinthians 14, and I'm going to go to the point in 50. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood do not inherit the kingdom of God. Neither do corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. We all kind of touched on all of this, right? For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law.
That's it.
Yep.
So that means that the Lord is gonna implement the new covenant.
Yeah.
Going there.
Or he's gonna put the law, statutes, and judgments
In our inward
into our inward parts, man. That way we'll never go off again. So, I mean, how are we gonna die if we don't?
Yeah, we don't sin.
We don't sin anymore.
Sin is wages of death.
Yeah.
That's why we die. It's because of sin.
Okay.
That's why when somebody passes, when we don't have the compassion that the world may have for him, because we understand this man fucked up somewhere. He was wicked somewhere.
Job 4.
The object of this thing is to not see that unless you're being a righteous martyr, a martyr of righteousness. I have another. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, "Nevertheless, we, according to His promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness," which means that righteousness of the elect will be upon the earth. That, like you said, won't be able to go off with those new bodies, and will be establishing righteousness upon the whole earth.
Con, that's the new standard.
New standard now. So, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of Him in peace, which without spot and blameless.
Hey, and one of the ways how the new heavens and the new earth, which is basically the kingdom, the world's gonna be under a righteous vibration because of the influence
Con.
that's going to be coming from the government. Because what is a government? A government is a system of control, mind control. That's basically literally what it means. So we're actually going to have the power to control the minds of these people in righteousness.
Right.
Just like Esau has the power to control the minds of these people in wickedness.
Con.
They don't know it's wickedness.
And they don't see it.
Yeah, they don't see it.
But they're being controlled to think the way they think. That's why they do the things that they do.
Let me give you a quick example of mind control that this wicked man does, right? Red Lobster, new Oktoberfest and shrimp and garlic.
Shrimp fest.
butter.
Yeah, sure.
That's fucking mind control, man.
Hey, that's part of the image.
Yeah, that makes you, he controls your mind by seeing that commercial. That makes you want to go out and do
The Baconator.
Baconator. And that's just something simple that he does. That's just one easy way. He uses this all day in every way on your mind, whether it's the music, whether it's the images, whether it's TV, whether it's social media, everything. He uses this stuff to control your mind. Whether it's the news, whatever. I'm saying, but that's just a way that he's controlling you, your mind, in wickedness. Because you wouldn't think about buttery lobster and whatever else until he played the fucking commercial. You wouldn't even worry about that.
And this man's kingdom, you'll get praised. A freaking degenerate with dye color, different color hair, tattoos on their face. They do drugs. They smoke weed all day.
Yep.
They commit adultery. You know, they do all manner of wickedness, commit pedophilia. You can do all these things and still, in this man's world, can still get praised.
Bro, it's a big fat nigga woman that sits up there and eats lobster.
Oh yeah, con.
Lobster big as my fist, bro. And lobster tails and gets millions of hits for it. Eating abomination. Being a gluttonous. That gets millions of hits.
How much money is that a month?
Right.
You know, like 50 G's a month.
See,
YouTube.
And how many Israelites have destroyed their bodies by seeing her eat that and lust for that abominable food? Wicked.
See, that's why in the world to come, that type of shit, that type of behavior is going to be shunned.
It will be punishable by death.
People are going to actually, the attitude people have today and how they think about certain things, like you even got how mainstream media controls public outrage. Yeah. Anything that they throw out there, people, it's like they're being controlled when to be in outrage about something. You know? And then they know how to make it go away and then throw something else out there and then, and you weren't even thinking about it, but now you're distracted. So the way it's that easy for him to control how you people think and how you behave, and we're gonna have the same level of influence. We're gonna condition you to hate homosexual behavior. Everybody in the world to come, they're gonna hate that shit. Okay? They're gonna detest that, man. Eating swine, shellfish. People gonna look at you like
You're an abomination.
it's gonna be detestable, man.
How they have
You know?
they have all
Speak
the
up.
election days and everything set around all the award shows and everything when they pass the legislation because keep them distracted. So you get the Grammys and then the bill goes through.
It's
He
like
did a holiday with Obama. He passed a lot of those back in 2012 after the first term. He passed a lot of them. The first one I think that year was passed on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody out party. Then the next one I think was
He passed one
St. Patrick's
on
Day.
Black Friday too.
Yeah, and then I think he passed one on Black Friday. But nobody's paying attention. He was out getting the electronics.
another way Esau uses their witchcraft is to play on their emotions is the news. If you see breaking news, you're heightened like, oh, okay, what is this? But if they never had that, it could be breaking news on some bullshit.
Yeah.
But you see breaking news, it seems it's like a important now, you know.
Yeah.
When the shit is, it could be some, breaking news.
Kobe Bryant just
Yeah, exactly. It's like okay,
Yeah. So who was reading?
Okay.
And go back to that. So hey, in the new world, it's gonna be a new influence, man. It tells us in Sirach 10, as is the manner of the ruler, so are the people, man. You know. So we're gonna change everything.
That goes with wicked or authority. People
mourn stuff.
righteous are.
On authority, the people rejoice. Hey, these men are gonna appreciate our kingdom because they ain't got to be subject to matriarchy, feminism, women's liberation.
And it won't be all this confusion in the world.
Yeah, women trying to compete with men, masculine women being whores and being able to get away with being whores, having their cake and eating it too. That shit ain't gonna fly in the next world, man. Okay, women gonna go back to being women in the next world.
Psalm subword for feminists. To wrap this back up, it says, verse 14, it says, wherefore, beloved, see that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless, and according to that long suffering, the Lord is salvation. Even as our beloved brother Paul also, according to the wisdom given unto him, have written unto you. Meaning like this wisdom was passed down, and that the glory of that salvation, and that earnestness of desiring that salvation should be within us. Okay, that's passed down because that should be what our focus is. Okay, but what does that salvation lead to? It leads to that new Jerusalem, that new heavenly word of righteousness. When they elected that governing body, that new righteous governing body to rule the earth.
All right, I got a scripture on how it's going to look like in the kingdom, like the architecture. Tobit chapter 13, verse 16. Also, you can read this in Revelation 21 and 22, I believe. For Jerusalem shall be built up with sapphires and emeralds and precious stones. Thy walls and towers and battlements with pure gold. And the streets of Jerusalem shall be paved with beryl and carbuncle and with stones of Ophir. And all her streets shall say, Hallelujah. And they shall praise him, saying, Praise be Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which have extolled it forever. So just imagine streets paved with gold, and you see precious stones and palaces and buildings and shit. Beautiful. This is the total opposite of this, man.
Hey, and when you think about it, it's almost like the Lord is gonna turn the whole Jerusalem into his temple.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, the temple, it was nothing but precious jewels and gold that was to be consecrated to the Heavenly Father. So the entire city of Jerusalem, if it's going to be built like that, then really that whole city is to the praise of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It's dedicated to him. Really, that glory goes to him. Even though the Lord is building that for us.
You used to look down, like, that's right.
the elect would be those tokens too.
Exactly. They're part of that too.
Kind.
And then he said that he will be with us. He gonna dwell with us.
Yeah.
You know, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. So hey, we are the temple. So we're gonna be in the midst of Jerusalem with all that gold and precious jewels, and we're gonna be giving every time we see it. We're gonna be giving praise to Yahweh Shah.
That's right, bro.
And all of our possessions that we're gonna receive. That's why it tells us in Psalms 149 that let them be joyful on their beds.
Yeah.
We're gonna be constantly singing to the Lord, man. Somebody get that.
Yeah, and imagine the smell, man. No friend. We got, fragrances burning right now. It's gonna be in the whole city of Jerusalem. It's gonna smell good, man. Not here in America. You fucking walk around the corner, you smell piss and shit. Or goddamn emissions from trucks and cars and stuff like that. Oh man, it's gonna be a glorious smell.
Plastic and shit.
Verse 5.
Car.
This is Psalms 149 and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Man.
Let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
That's my birth of a nation.
And punishments upon the people. To bind their kings with chains.
And this is what we're gonna do coming off those ships.
Let's go.
And that glory will be upon us.
We'll get those high-level Edomites out those underground bunkers, underground cities, where bring them down out of space stations. And this is prophesied. It's got to happen. A lot of Edomites, those higher ups, are already in those bunkers. They're shivering in their boots because they see the chariot sightings, they see the men of the Lord standing on their feet, and they know it's the end of their kingdom.
And trust me, they gonna have an army with them, man. We gonna fuck their ass up.
That's right. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgments written in this. Written, this honor have all his saints.
Hey, this honor have all the saints. Hey,
praise ye the Lord.
That's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right.
All right. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So we're gonna execute judgment on him, man. And you heard that clown vocab when you approached the elders and the brothers down in Dallas. Not one by him, talking about GMS. When he came against the brothers down there, he tried to say that King David wasn't a prophet. Well, who was that the brother just read? This is written in the Psalms here.
King David prophesied about Judas Iscariot, Yahweh Shai. Come on, man. Let me show you, these Christians don't read. And if they do, they don't understand what they read it. And they'll try to dismiss and say, that happened already. No.
When did it happen?
When did it happen?
When and where?
Yeah.
They don't have no explanation.
None.
But hey, you can link that up with Daniel, where it says, and the saints shall take the kingdom.
Yeah.
What you think we really gonna do when we come down from those ships?
And
Jeremiah 16:16.
We talking about Jake, man. Jake gonna come down, and we ain't just gonna come down like some Edomites. Okay, come on, guys. Nah, Jake about to do some outrageous, glorious shit, man. We gonna be, Jake gonna do put the extras on it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's why Esau put up these X-Men movies, these Superman movies.
Yep.
He's talking about the Yahweh Shah and the elect. He's gonna come down with that power, man. Manipulating the elements. Ain't nothing you can do against that.
And somebody get Revelation, I think it's like, I don't know if it's either in the 9th chapter or the 11th chapter, where it says they still didn't repent of their sorceries.
That's 18?
No.
Revelation 9 and 20.
9.
Revelations 9 verse 20, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues.
The men that didn't die in the missiles still gonna have men that's still on the earth, man. The whole earth ain't gonna be destroyed. America's gonna be destroyed. But the effects of America being destroyed is gonna cause that earthquake.
Yeah. Israel too.
Everybody gonna feel America's
about them.
destruction all around the planet. Go ahead.
And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues yet repented not of the works of their hands.
And that's these other nations. The idols that they serve and worship, they still gonna be trying to, seek to their little gods and stuff, man.
Yep.
They ain't gonna give it up to the Lord until that final moment. Go ahead.
That they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they of their murderers, nor their sorceries, nor their fornications, nor their thefts.
Yep.
That's describe Esau to a T. All of his stuff.
So that's why we're gonna have to come down and regulate. Which Yahushua is gonna be the one that's gonna be giving the orders, man.
Even our nation, man. It's gonna be
The rebels.
Yeah, the rebels. Purge all the rebels, man.
The rebels in the wilderness, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be Jake down in South America. Wasn't touched by the missiles. They still gonna be worshiping their false idols. Shit, we're gonna have to put them in order, man. They want to get down with the program, they're gonna put to death. Something like that.
And then you'll have some of the elite that's gonna escape by trying to hide in those bunkers.
Revelation
So
6.
hey, when the destruction happens, you're gonna have those that's down under the rubble and shit, man.
It's like the last 3-4 verses.
You know, they're gonna be hiding up under that rubble, hoping that the Lord don't find them out. But guess what? We're gonna have that spiritual power. We're gonna be able to look through
walls, through everything.
Yeah.
But through the earth, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Taking concubines. That's what King David did. He took, after he conquered a nation, he took concubines, man. You know?
And we're gonna have the power to be able to look at the bottom of the ocean from probably outer space.
Bro.
Chariot.
And we know the ocean is miles and miles and miles deep. You know? Imagine having that kind of vision, man.
Microscopic vision.
Yeah.
Telescopic.
Somebody get that. 16:16.
Oh yeah, honors.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold,
Hold on. Revelation 6 and 15.
That's the spirit.
Yeah,
That's the
God.
spirit.
On down and then follow
God.
up with that. Then follow it up with Jeremiah 6.
Revelations chapter 6 and verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great man, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Exactly. Hey, because going back to that Revelation 14, it talks about how you're gonna be tormented in that fire in the presence of the Lamb and the holy angels. Yeah. These people ain't gonna want that smoke. That's why they're gonna be afraid, trying to hide, man.
Yep.
And the ones that can afford to hide, they're just being preserved to be snatched up.
Yeah.
All right? They're gonna go right in the slit. Right in the captivity. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers.
No. Did you read Revelation 6? Oh, no. You read it. You finished.
Yeah.
You did. Go ahead.
Jeremiah, right?
16.
I'll start again. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the host of the rocks. For mine eyes.
Because they're gonna be hiding. So we're gonna go and hunt. We're gonna hunt them down.
Yeah. It's like a righteous Hunger Games.
Yeah. They're gonna go hunt their asses down, man. And it said that we're gonna be looking for the rulers.
Yeah.
Some of the rulers that's gonna be trying to hide, man. We want them.
It ain't like we're going to have to look hard. You know, it's like, oh, there you go right there. All right.
We're gonna be looking for the
Yeah.
international banking families.
Kind.
We're going to know where they at. It's just a matter of us just taking their ass by the neck and throwing their ass in chains.
Bill Gates,
Yeah.
that devil.
You still reading, bro?
There's like one more.
Okay. I got some.
Verse 17. For mine eyes are upon other ways, they are not hid from my face, neither is there iniquity hid from mine eyes.
Yep. This is Isaiah 2 and 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Yeah, not no Donald Trump. Right, he ain't gonna be seen as the man. Okay, talking to people crazy and shit.
Yeah.
That's over with, man.
China.
I love how you say that.
China.
China.
That's
so funny, bro.
Motherfucker.
It was so funny, bro.
You know, but hey, ain't gonna be no Vladimir Putin.
Kind.
Ain't gonna be no President Tsai. You know, Netanyahu. Ain't gonna be none of these. All these people, man, they all gonna be put down.
Kind.
Definitely won't be no Obama.
Go ahead.
And the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks.
All these monuments that they have.
Yeah, kind.
You know, really is erected to commemorate certain demons.
Like the one in Brazil, bro.
Yeah.
Big old
I can't wait for
Jezreel.
that shit to be destroyed.
Yeah. You got Baphomet.
Yeah.
Idols everywhere. You got Molech everywhere. Temples of Baal. Queen of Heaven monuments.
Those fallacies.
Phallic symbols.
Phallic symbols, yeah.
The Lord gotta wipe. He gotta destroy all that too, man. You know. Go ahead.
And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth.
And they think that they're gonna try to escape that by going underground. That's why they've been spending so much time. Like a lot of the times, like when we see out here, a lot of these streets in construction.
Kind.
Not all the time is dealing with the underground pipe
Plumbing
system.
and piping. Kind.
Sometimes them motherfuckers are like going.
Yeah.
If it take them like 3 years on one fucking block to fix up a road,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
probably because they going down under, like deep
Yeah,
down
kind.
underground.
But like
These devils are building shit down there.
in the mountains.
Huh. These motherfuckers, they importing, you know, certain goods and items and resources to store up down there because they know that they gonna have to be down there when all hell breaks loose here on the earth.
They knew that this day was going to come a long time ago. It's not like they just start building. A lot of these Edomites, they got have bunkers down there for 10, 20 years, baby. You know? And like you said, they know they got shit stored down there for maybe 5, 10 years. They think they're gonna be down there living it up. They got movie theaters, you know. Yeah. No, it's gonna be America will be destroyed in an hour's time. So after that hour's destroyed, shit, we're gonna have to start bringing y'all ass out the bunkers. I obviously don't know what I had.
This is Job chapter 34 and verse 21. For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. There is no darkness, nor shadow of death, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves.
Let's read that again, bro.
There is no darkness.
Call it out again. What's that?
Job 34
Oh yeah,
and
come
22. This verse. There is no darkness, no shadow of death, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's nowhere you can go on the earth.
And it's crazy, if I may say, because America was that place before where you can go, and particularly Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You know, because your shame or your folly or your iniquity don't have to go back to where you're originally from. A lot of countries that people from different countries that come over to America, they come over here to fill all their wicked pleasures or whatever they want to do.
So the royal oaks.
And then the rest of the world, exactly, the rest of the world wouldn't really sweat them on it. You know, it happened. America's cool with it. I can do it over there. I don't have to wear this. I don't have to do that. Like my country's customs really are. Well, now there's nowhere. But the Most High has been watching what's going on here, and he's gonna make sure once this place is destroyed that you ain't gonna have no more wickedness going on. Nobody, wickedness is no longer gonna be allowed on the earth.
I have another proof.
Hit it.
2nd Esdras, chapter 7, and verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up.
Yeah, that's the new heaven and the new earth. All right, hey, the world looks down upon it. They hate the truth, and they take hold. They love the lie. They love evil here. They hate good and love evil. In the kingdom, it's gonna be the total opposite. Everybody's gonna be dealing with truth, man. All right, every Israelite is gonna deal truthfully with his neighbor in the kingdom, man. Ain't gonna be no, conniving and being deceitful, being underhanded with one another, man. Being sneaky, ain't none of that behavior, man.
Language won't even be around anymore to be able to use deception with the
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's one of the major points of what English is about, being able to deceive with it.
Especially in the law.
Yeah, the law books especially written in Latin.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold of Ophir.
Or the wedge of Ophir, right?
Wedge of Ophir.
And the reason I had to read this is because when we come out them ships, though that wicked that's still on earth, we got to go gather them up, and then we're going to be super precious, in the sight of people, man. A man is going to be precious, a man of the Lord particularly, because you're going to see that glory, you're going to see the new bodies and all of that, and then we're going to be super precious with the powers that we're going to possess, and the wisdom we're going to possess, and the authority from the Most High that we're going to possess. Right? Go ahead.
Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai of hosts.
That's why these devils gonna try to hide.
Right.
They know this day is gonna come, man. And Esau got, he like, hey, I'm gonna be down in the earth, hiding, but I'm gonna make sure I got my space first. Fighting them off for me while I get cozy down here. You see how this devil is, man?
Yeah.
This is fucked up.
You don't want to be the distraction while I get away.
Edomites do that now.
I'm gonna send my force out there to fight with the Lord and the angels while we get down here and we think that we gonna
be sheltered
from all that, and then you know, when smoke clear, we gonna inherit the earth.
Edomites do that now when they send these troops over to the Middle East. There'll be a group of Edomites in the room watching the whole live stream while they go in there and kill Bin Laden or whoever the fuck, you know. That's how Edomites is in a safe place while they send people out there to risk their lives. Hey, and this time, Esau ain't gonna have nobody to send out there because a lot of the people that they used to send out there are gonna be trying to save their own ass.
Yeah, kind of.
Caught up.
That's why they still gotta have that draft.
Yeah.
You know, for you people to go fight a war, to lose a war, to go lose a war.
Gone. And that shows you how much Esau really don't care about the people. That's why he call you sheeple. Y'all expendable. You know?
In the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that...
What do people hunt? People hunt chase roes. A roe. A roe was like a deer or a gazelle or like a roebuck, you know, basically things that the Edomites really hunt. Those big ass animals with the antlers, you know, like I said, deer, bucks, sometimes moose, just hunting animals, like, okay, but precious hunting animals. Go ahead.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Now, by the way, they didn't say tigers or predators. We're talking about those roes are docile animals. They're prey more than predators. Okay, so you Edomites aren't going to be predators, man. You're going to be prey. All you people that the men of the Lord are going to hunt when that day comes, you're just going to be prey to them. We're going to be the predators coming to snatch you up and bring you into captivity. Right?
They shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land. Everyone that is bound shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Yeah, talking about the hunting process, man. That hunting process, we gotta hunt you. To hunt somebody, we ain't just hunting to capture and catch and then release back. No, we're catching you and you stand in captivity forever and ever. But you're gonna enjoy your job, so don't even worry about it.
Hey, Lil Will on part of the leg, that's gonna be fun as hell. It's like, man, you know, we're gonna be trying to race a brother to get to an Edomite, you know, make him your slave.
Brother, I already called him in the spirit, brother, in the beginning.
You gotta race me to him.
Yeah.
Quick script. Numbers 23 and 24. Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain.
There it is, predators and prey. We're going to be the new predators once the Heavenly Father gives us that power.
Right.
And no matter what level, how many weapons or whatever you may have, none of that's going to have power. You're still going to just be prey until, in comparison to the power of the men of the Lord that they get from the help by Shemal Shah. Right. That was it, right?
I got.
Oh, no. We 16.
Their children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes.
Yeah. Hey, as we read in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, and we've been reading, man, hey, this is going to hit everybody, man. And then so he's not sparing nobody with that. He's not sparing anybody with the damage that the chariots and the angels do. He's not going to spare them with the power that the Heavenly Father going to bring upon him to be praised. All right? So whether it's grown up, women, children, all are going to be brought into subject under the power of the Heavenly Father through the men of the Lord.
Ezekiel 25 and 12.
Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
I ain't going to speak on that.
14.
But
14.
But it is what it just said.
Sorry,
Self-explanatory. Y'all got something?
I got something. This is the book of Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dwelt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and have revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do unto Edom according to my anger, according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power.
He gonna make us his battle axe and weapons of war.
Yep.
Right? He gonna give us the same energy he gave King David
Yeah,
when
kind.
he ran through those armies.
Sheesh.
His mighty men. Hey, he gonna make us. Hey, it tells us in Zechariah that how we're gonna be as the angels in the house of David as the Most High.
Kind.
Hey,
Kind.
man.
Kind.
Yo.
Kind. Yeah. Yeah.
So he gonna hey man, he gonna flip us, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You see how Esau's technology and power is advanced. So our power and technology, I mean, you know, the power the Most High is going to give the elect is going to be advanced to this stage too. You know, above, you know, King David. You know,
above what these Edomites.
yeah, hell yeah.
Space Force ain't gonna mean shit, man.
I got a
You know?
And somebody get Isaiah 41 and 15.
That's what I got.
Kind of spirit. Fall off.
This is Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small.
Hey, the mountains represent what?
The governments. Kind.
We ain't finna be going to Mount Everest and just start nah, man. The Himalayas mountains, nah, man. We're gonna be going after the governments, man.
Kind.
The nobles, the higher ups.
Kind.
If you've ever seen that movie Black Hawk Down, and basically the American Army, they basically called in the 10th Mountain. That's basically the UN, armies of the UN. The 10th Mountain Division. Right, so that's an example.
Yeah, they use the phrase mountain.
Yeah.
And another example is, you know how they have these summit meetings. A summit is a mountain.
Right.
And that summit meeting is when all the kings of the earth come together to meet.
Yep.
The governments of the world.
Yeah, come.
Yeah. And you have a Capitol Hill.
Kind.
Capitol Hill.
Hill is another form of mountain.
Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away.
Man, that's like the stuff that you see in these superhero characters.
Kind.
Like you see that movie, not movie, that show Black Lightning.
Yeah.
The shit that what's the daughter?
Which one? The small one or
Not Jen, but the older sister.
Thunder?
Thunder.
Yeah, kind.
Sometimes you can see like they'll try to come with force, and then she'll basically like call something, and they all just fly back and shit. You know.
And the Lord did that.
The Lord did that when they came for him. When they rolled up on the Lord, and they asked, they asked about him almost. God damn.
We're gonna see one day.
This kingdom can't go without the
Or a person getting hit.
Yeah, something gotta happen. Not that we're wishing that to happen,
Yeah.
but the way this shit, the energy out here, man, that's
crazy.
bound to happen.
But that account when they rolled up on the Lord, when they came and asked about him, and then damn, man,
Where it's at too.
It's in Matthew. It's Matthew 26. I think it's in Matthew. They all fell back. They all fell back when the Lord said, "It is I."
Yep.
They all fell.
Yeah,
They felt the power right. The power made them fall, man.
Yep.
And I think the Lord was sending a message like, y'all know I can,
Right.
I got that power, right? But I gotta subject myself to the will of the Father. You know? I think it's in Matthew 26. Or it could be 27. I think it's 26.
Retain the same power in dead things. So I'm gonna see like I'm in Mark.
John 18.
John 18.
John 18.
Well,
Con.
John 18, yeah. There was somewhere.
3. You start 3 or the top.
John 18:3. Judas then, having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons. Yahushua, therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, Whom seek ye? They answered him, Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua saith unto them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backwards and fell on the ground.
Man, that was that divine energy, man. That divine power. You know?
Hey, that reminded me of that energy when those people, those cops and the nurses or whatever came to take those people out the house, and the dogs, you could feel the energy in the room. That's that same type of energy, but righteously, that Yahushua let off. But they felt it so strongly.
And it's almost like they heard of Yahushua, the miracles, and when they realized they're in the presence of Yahushua, it was like, oh, is that him? You know?
It was so powerful, it literally knocked them off their feet.
Fell to
Literally knocked them off.
So they fell to the ground.
Hey, Yoda did that. Star Wars.
I brought that
Yeah,
dog.
I'm saying that.
I brought that that dog up because that's a real life energy that you can feel. You can feel energy in rooms, man. Jake feel it. These heathen act like they don't feel it. Maybe they don't feel it, but we can feel when there's a negative energy in the room. Somebody with a bad spirit will show up, or somebody with a good spirit show up. That's a real I don't want to say tangible, but it's a real power that you can feel in the air. And our Lord exuded to a point that it really knocked people off their feet.
Yeah, the moment they came from, the power that the Lord displayed a little inkling of that power.
Yeah.
So what did we read earlier? He was able to subdue all things by the power of the heavenly power.
Hey, bro, and like when where it says the voice of the Yahushua is the voice is many waters.
Oh man.
Yeah, kind.
That's him amplifying those waves of energy. The Lord was able to channel his voice to where he didn't need like a megaphone. What they call it, start with a V though.
Should have
You need a what? A voice?
It's the little loud thing that they use to
megaphone.
well, a megaphone, but it was another thing that I'm thinking of.
But if you say anything start with a V though?
Yeah, it'll come to me. But hey, you know that's another part of the Lord showing His power, man. He stood on the seashore. He stood on the ship.
Yeah.
While everybody was on the seashore.
He edified everybody.
And he didn't need a microphone. He didn't need surround sound. He didn't need an amp. You know, hook up the system and so I can, you know, it's just like how they do at the White House.
How they do it
when MLK and talking at the damn Washington Monument and shit.
Or when they have the in those mega churches, they got the microphone, my mic on. They didn't have none of this shit. Yahushua didn't need that.
He didn't need that, man. You know, that's power, man. Somebody get Psalms 27. first 2 or 3 verses. Psalm 27.
Psalm 27. First 3 verses.
Yeah.
This is Psalms chapter 27.
Because was it David? Yeah, it was a Psalm of David. So David prophesied at that moment. The moment they came for him, and the moment that he said who he was, and they immediately fell back and fell on the ground, David actually wrote, he prophesied that. Go ahead.
Psalms 27 and 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my strength, is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell.
Read that again, bro.
When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell.
They stumbled and fell. That's right. They tried to come and take me, kill me, but they stumbled and fell when they came up, when they rolled upon me. So, and when the Lord give us that power, hey, just imagine that, man. You got the troops running down on you, and you have the power to just push them all back. That's true power right there, man. That's divine intervention. Okay? So that's the type of power we're gonna have, man. So hey, when you go back to the was it Isaiah 41, I think that was where you bring that. You said that we're gonna be able to defend those people.
Isaiah 41 and verse 15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them.
Thou shalt fan them. Hey, somebody look up fan.
Is that Psalms?
Isaiah 41.
Isaiah 41. Okay, kind.
Look up
16.
fan.
I got you.
Thou shalt fan them.
15, right?
16.
16 slide.
See what that say.
The word fan is Zara, I think. Yeah, I think so, yes. Zara. To scatter, fan, cast away, winnow, disperse, compass, spread, to be scattered, to disperse. The Hebrew lexicon, it's the same thing. To scatter, to disperse, dust by the wind.
Hey, just like when you have a leaf blower and you blow on those leaves, what's going to happen to those leaves? They disperse, they scatter all over the place. You know? So just imagine you have that type of ability to blow away an army of soldiers. You know?
And you gotta think of it in the capacity of men, you know? So if you got the ability to do that with men at various weights, it's not no ordinary voice that we're talking about. You know, that's power right there. To knock a man off their feet.
This brother did it that time on the strip when he was calling the name and that dude backed up.
Oh yeah.
That clearly shows you
I wish that moment would have got on camera.
the name has power.
Yeah.
There's power in the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
That was
Jump up, Mike. Well, I don't know you want to next. I wanted to jump up to 40 in the last verse. Because that power was given to us at that time when we'll have a spiritual power which is right now.
Did you finish 16?
Isaiah 41 and 16. thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away.
So it's like if we weren't standing here, he wouldn't have did that shit. It's like it's the vibration that we have. It just promotes that wickedness, bring that wickedness out of people, man. It's just this confusion.
That shit won't continue. Well, that won't go on. There won't be no side talking under iron and mumbling under your mouth and fanning the hand. There ain't gonna be none of that in the kingdom of heaven. He think to blow that horn, a fucking headache or something gonna happen to him, make him run off the road. I mean, you know.
It's not gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna be driving shit.
No.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, same similar thing, it ain't gonna go down that way. We're gonna plague that motherfucker before if we even begin to think of something wicked to do in our direction.
Disturbing the word of the Most High.
And the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Beautiful, man. Oh, look, Jake, see? Hey, Jake know, man. You know? Jake know. That was it on that. Somebody has something else? You want to jump up?
Because we're going to be able to do all of these things with the power, and we're going to have spiritual power also.
Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
That's why all the things the brothers have been bringing out, after we get those new bodies, we're going to have that power. We're going to be able to do those. It's going to be a reality. We're going to be able to do those things. Because of that power that we're given, get those new bodies.
Hey, somebody go to Philippians 3:21, and then somebody go to Blue Letter and look up that word.
I'm right there, bro.
Look up the word work.
This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 21. Who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself.
And that's the reason why the Lord said, the things that you see me do, you shall do, and even greater.
Yep.
So how is that possible? Go to that word and look up the word working. And read the what it says in the Greek, and then read the definition.
The translation in Greek is energia, which is like energy.
Yep.
Energy,
And it's used, says used only of superhuman powers.
Woo! That's the only time that word
Yes,
is used.
sir. Yes, sir. Used of superhuman power. So when we get changed, we're gonna become like supermen and superwomen upon the return of the Lord. Yeah.
Your Superman, Hancock, the X-Men.
They get all these ideas from the scriptures.
Yep.
All these ideas, all these Marvel characters and the abilities that they're able to do, they get that. They're inspired by the scriptures.
King David and his mighty
King
man.
David, all these men, they had that kind of power, man.
Teaching the Bible.
You know, that's what we waiting on. See, and you got Jake in the world right now because we know that there's tension in the air, right? Jake is tired of the oppression. They tired of getting beat down by the police. They tired of getting murdered. You know, so Jake is. They like, hey man, we ready to take up arms, and we ready to get registered, and you know, you got black militia groups, gun activists, you know. But hey, the scriptures say the weapons of our warfare is not carnal but spiritual.
Right.
See, this is the energy that we're talking about. When we wait upon the Lord, this is what we're gonna be able to receive. Esau, he can't fuck with that. He can't.
When do we get to that point? The superhuman powers. When is that point? Or
if you was listening, I say waiting upon the Lord. When the Lord shows up with the angels, which is the day of the Lord, that's when we're going to be changed, and that's when we're going to be given those abilities. You know.
And the scriptures say, "In your patience, possess your soul." And what we've been kind of going into, and what this alludes to answer your question better,
Zephaniah.
a lot of people are getting impatient where they feel like we need to do something. The government trying to do something, we need to do something. But what the Lord tell us, no, wait and wait ye upon me. I'm going to take care of that part for you. And that's what a lot of people don't have the patience to do.
So do you think it's any steps that we could take?
Yeah, the steps that we're taking is gaining this wisdom. We have to build our soul and our spirits up with this wisdom to be able to deal with that, to be able to accept that type of power when it comes, and the true believing that. Think about it. We just read a scripture about the Lord is going to give us the power to fly. Have we seen a real man on earth fly before? No, right? I haven't seen it.
He'll be here with.
But if we believe and have faith in what he's saying and to wait on it, I'd rather wait than just get in a shootout. I'd rather wait and get that power.
Do you think there's anything physically that we need to do to get to that point?
Gaining the wisdom.
Well, yeah.
That's it. Feeding the things we're out here doing.
Yeah, this. You know.
That's what all this is about. Because every interaction, everything that we do and everything that we speak out here will be accounted to us towards righteousness that we deserve to get that power. There's a lot of people that know that the so-called white man's the devil, the Bible speaks that Esau, that we're the children of God, really. That's cool, but if you're not going to use that to benefit the Heavenly Father and His Word and what He says it has to come to pass, it's just to no value of it. You're going to get destroyed like everybody else. But if you wait upon Him and you continue to build this up, read and build your faith up, well, it said, somebody get Hebrews 11:6. Faith is huge. And so part of your faith is waiting, knowing that all of this is going to happen and still waiting for it. Not being like, well, I'm going to do 1 million push-ups, so I'm buff for this. That ain't going to really do you no good. You're supposed to take care of your body, but the strength that comes from 1 million push-ups ain't going to benefit you. The power of the Heavenly Father is going to benefit you. That's right. And He'll only give it to you if you have faith. That's right.
It's the book of Hebrews 11:6. But without 97. But without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him.
You have to diligently seek Him, and we'll get the reward of all those powers. But we have to have a righteous mind. That's what this part is about. If we have any iniquity or any shortcomings or whatever, this is the time to get rid of those things and fill it up with the positivity and the righteousness of the Heavenly Father, so that you can. Because think about it, if you give a random street nigga, you give him the power of the Lord, what he gonna do? He gonna rob shit. He gonna do dumb shit with it. But if you give it to somebody that's wise and understands the power of the Heavenly Father, he gonna do what the Heavenly Father wants to get done. You know what I'm saying? So he don't want to give it to just any old body that's not gonna use it right. He got to make sure your mind is right.
Elect,
he gonna give it to his chosen, that he know, because he knows his chosen is gonna take this seriously and do it to the T of what he needs to get done. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the physical that you can do in a time. Read that in 2nd Ezra, brother.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works.
Because how you going to escape America being destroyed in World War III by nuclear missiles? We ain't got no ship. We ain't got no lead case. There's nothing gonna be able to. If you're on the shores, if you're on the land of America when these missiles hit, you're done. The rocks, the trees, the animals, everything that's still on the earth, when these missiles hit in World War III, it's a wrap for it.
Not the whole planet.
No. I'm in America. I'm talking about on the land of America. But he has an exit strategy. An exit plan for his chosen. But you can't get into that. Right? You can't get into that without him, you having the works and the faith to prove that you deserve to be there. But the point is, he has something for you to escape that. You know? So but none of this is talking about mounting up guns, go to the gun range. If that's what you do responsibly, but that's not going to save you. That's just going to help you get shot faster. That's going to put you higher up on a list of a terrorist, which we're all going to be deemed as. But you're going to be known, oh, he's armed and dangerous. Versus us, oh, they got nothing but Bibles. We know they got nothing but Bibles. Go ahead and read that out. Ignore that guy, by the way.
Everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Whereby you have believed, so your amount of faith that you have is going to show you. Keep reading.
Shall be preserved from the said perils.
It's going to show. It's going to show in your everyday actions. Your faith, your works, and your beliefs. They're going to show in your everyday actions. Go ahead.
Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my
What are
salvation.
some of those perils? Famine. Like there's going to be food shortages where people are going to start killing each other to eat. But we're not going to do that. We don't have to prepare for that. We don't have to go to the store and stock up canned goods. We don't have to do those things. You know, we don't have to worry about that. All right? Because he's going to guide us through his spirit to where to find food at, what to be able to eat. The wisdom in his book to tell you the things that we can eat. Like, remember, I don't know if you was paying attention, but was it months ago or middle of last year?
Yeah,
the end,
last year.
there was a bunch of locusts that hit Vegas. Remember that? We can eat those. And you looking at like, eat bugs.
Nah, I read that.
But you know what I'm saying?
Just eat them with honey.
Right, that's what John the Baptist used to eat, right?
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be a food source if they came again and there was no food? But the rest of the people, I'm not eating bugs. But you now have the wisdom of understanding which bugs you can eat. So he's gonna have wisdom ways, wise ways for us to be preserved through all of these stuff. You know what I mean? Those are the things that you'll be learning that you can physically do and use when this stuff comes down. But as far as anything with guns or weapons or go stand out and march, all that shit is for nothing. All that's not gonna get nothing done. The Heavenly Father's not looking upon that. You know what I'm saying? That's why we do this. This is trying to wake up a brother like you, a brother like these brothers, whoever comes by trying to test to see if they're of the elect. You know, and if you are, this is where you hide yourself, protect yourself from all the bad times that's coming. But like I was reading, famine, the missiles of World War III, martial law troops, and ultimately not taking the chip. Because there's going to be an RFID chip, right here still, yeah. They're going to offer this, and if you want to eat or have a job or have a place to live, make income, buy or sell, you will have to take this. So this is preparing your mind to not accept these things and to take the load of whatever comes upon you. Whether you have to fast or whatever to prepare your body for it, but it's more so preparing your spirit in it. Go ahead and read that, bro.
Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Right, we're just trying to wake up the people that he already chose. Just do our public service to the Heavenly Father to wake up the people that he already had chosen. Which this word, when they hear it, will unlock the spirit in them to want to be involved in this. If not, say I'm just hypothetically saying, if this isn't for you, you're going to walk in the street, forget everything, and continue whatever life you've been doing. If it's for you, it's going to resonate in you. You're going to start to move. I need to start thinking about it. I need to start watching my mind study. I need to start doing this and that, change the way I eat, whatever. To appease the Heavenly Father that I can be preserved from the perils and things that are coming. So those are the things that begin to happen when it starts reconditioning. So I hope that answers the question. Did that kind of? Or not at all?
I mean, nah, I got a lot of understanding. I really look a lot. I'm just trying to, see like where y'all coming from,
right?
What y'all believe and what action y'all taking,
right?
Actually, for what's coming,
right? Exactly. Hey, I hate to tell this to you, but I don't know what other ways you've been studied or read into. This is the only one that's going to work. Everything else is going to fail.
right?
We just went through, like before you got here, we just went through what the power that he's going to give us in the earth to be able to withstand and basically to help the Lord subdue the whole earth under the power of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. The whole earth, not just the LVPD, not just the homeless people that want to rob you. I'm talking about everybody on the earth.
I got to preset real quick.
You got it, bro.
And you probably know that it's a food shortage that the brother was alluding to. Speaking of, the only ones that are going to be able to have food in that day are the servants of the Lord. Mm-hmm. This is Isaiah chapter 65 in verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Who's going to be hungry? The rest of these people that's not servants of the Lord. It's the only way. It's the only ones that's going to have food in that day. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. The servants of the Heavenly Father in that day, or in these days that we're coming into, is worse. And when it gets worse and worse, we're going to rejoice because we know salvation is becoming closer and closer. While everyone else is going to be bugged out, worried about where their next meal is going to come from. You know, what are they going to do? If they're going to see their family members, if their family's going to starve. They don't know. They don't have a clue what's going on. But the men of the Lord, we're going to be rejoicing that day.
Get that Isaiah 33.
Yep. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry of sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. So the majority of the people are going to be howling for vexation of spirit. They're going to have anxiety. They're going to have anguish and grief, and they're going to have just
go crazy.
Go crazy, yeah.
They center.
Yeah,
They're just
pretty
going to
much.
bug out. And then what's funny is some of them that heard of us and didn't follow, they're going to come looking for us. We're not going to be here no more. We're not going to be able to be here to answer the questions because everything else they're going to try. Everything else. I tried the Black Panthers. They didn't have an answer. They got killed or they didn't make it or they hungry too. And they're going to just seek whoever else in the world for an answer. But there won't be any answers to it. The only answer is what we're talking about now. Was there more on there, Spark?
Yeah, I can read the rest. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord power shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. That who he blessed himself in the earth shall bless himself in the Most High of truth, and he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the power of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from my eyes.
Yep, all the bad that we did will be hid, but those that didn't change their ways, they're going to be the prey. They're going to be killed by the Lord. That's why whether it's a martial law troop that kill you, or a building fall on you, or a missile burn you up, you're going to have a death. Matter of fact, read that, bro. 16.
Second Esdras chapter 16 and verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine.
Matter of fact, jump up to
Second Esdras 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great longings. Verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me.
Woe means destruction.
Who will deliver me in those days?
That should pretty much be the same question that you just asked. What y'all gonna do when all this shit happens, right? Who will deliver me in those days? What am I gonna know, or who is gonna show up that's gonna protect me when all this shit go down? What he's about to answer.
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Deliver me from all these things that are gonna be coming in this day, right? Go ahead.
The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment.
Correction, scourges for correction, go ahead.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
People see, like, we live in a hood, we go through all types of shit, and people don't even consider that the Lord is paying us back for being wicked down here. You know, they don't take that into account. Jump straight to 22.
This whole COVID thing.
Yep.
You know, it seemed at one point in time people was talking about the end, or we in the end, and you know, people posting up memes with scriptures in it. You know, everybody got afraid because things was really shut down. They felt like, man, this is the end. This is when people want to get religious when adversity hits them.
Yep.
But then,
They talk
now
about
that
opening
everything
back
is
up.
reopening back up, people back to the beach.
Yeah.
You know, the
Back
dots
to
is back
partying.
out there with their ass out. You know, every it's back to your regularly scheduled program. You know, these people don't have any fear. So
No, but
when the Lord,
you said.
and so when the Lord brings the intensity, when He brings that second wave, these people gonna really lose it, man. Because now, I mean, just think about it. They're already controlling your food supply. All the produce from these different forms is all being shut down. So a lot of them, there's a reason why when you go to your grocery store right now, it's not that much meat.
And if it is, it's inflated.
The price is super high.
So you don't think we need to start our own gardens, our own food supply?
If you have the ability, I would do it. If you actually have the resource and the ability to do it, I'd do it.
Can I add something to that? But you can't act like that's going to save you, because the land of America, which you're planting on, is going to be burned up.
Well, that's, I know he's talking about for the time being. Yeah, that's, I don't see a problem with growing your own.
So you think the whole entire America is going to suffer?
Let's say the scriptures, not us. The scriptures say that Babylon the Great, which is America, is going to be completely annihilated by thermonuclear fire.
Even North America.
All of
the whole U.S.
Yeah, 200 million missiles. ICBM missiles.
Yeah.
Nothing here on this land is going to be saved. It's going to be spared. Revelation 18, Jeremiah.
They're not going to be spared. We all goners.
But we have to preserve ourselves to that time. That's why it said it would be smart.
There's going to be a remnant. This is going to be a remnant that's going to be saved.
Yeah. You have to sustain yourself with patience until that time. You're going to still need to eat. You're still going to need to do certain things till that actual moment happens. But you want to preserve yourself as long as you possibly can. I still want you to finish reading that too, you know. But in the meantime, the most important thing is to get your mind ready for to be patient through all of the bad things that are coming. You know, so when shit does shut down, you're like, oh no, what do I do? You already gonna know what time it is. You're gonna know the drill. Okay, let me start praying to the Heavenly Father so He can start opening up avenues for me to escape these battles that are right here. Escape this tribulation that's coming upon everyone else around us.
No, I'm trying to find the point. Well, yeah, I'll read this Revelation 18 and I started at 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Started up 2. Okay.
This is John the Revelator. He saw America, and what he saw after its ruins, it was inhabited by nothing but desert creatures and fowls of the air. There was nothing left here. All right. Now it reached over the top and then beat down.
Right. Revelation 18 and 1. And after these, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and in the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
That's one of the things how you know this is talking about America, because America is known to be a consuming nation, meaning all these other nations, they get their wealth off of trade with the United States. You know,
Nothing's really produced here.
Nothing's really manufactured here in the States. That's why everything that you get here is made in these other countries.
We're not self-sufficient here economically. We need our products to come in from whether Taiwan or Mexico, China, wherever else.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
That's the vehicle. That's like
So
Yeah.
what that mean right there? What do you
Come out of her, my people.
Yeah.
That's talking about basically when the destruction comes. Basically when the Lord shows up with the angels. All the elect, those that the brother read about, those that have faith in their works, that they believed, they're going to be caught up. They're going to be beamed up into what the so-called white man calls it. What's the new term they call it now?
Unidentified aerial objects,
Yeah.
flying objects.
Basically, these ships that they keep seeing in the outer space.
You seen Independence Day? Remember those big ships that hovered and were destroying everything? They get that from the scriptures. And those are, I wouldn't say that they're identical, not identical, but they're like that. But they're like way on another different type of level than those you see in the movies. But they get that from the scriptures.
That's the chariots that they speak about.
Yeah,
the
chariots.
word chariot just means vehicle.
Yeah. So that moment is talking about right before the destruction hits, the Lord's going to call all his chosen up into the ship so that we don't destroy in the missile fire. America gets totally annihilated when Russia and North Korea, China, all these different places launch their missiles over here. The Lord's going to come that same day, and right before they even hit this place, we're going to be going up into those ships so that we can be preserved and protected. The people that still live down here, it's going to be their ship.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
And the Lord is sick and tired of the wickedness that goes on. He's sick and tired of the pedophilia. He's sick and tired of homosexuals, lesbians running rampant.
Women over men.
Yeah. He's sick of this shit, man. This devil trying to alter everything that the Lord naturally created in the earth. We got natural food, but this devil want to give you laboratory created food, man-made food, man.
Want to kill the bees and have the bees pollinate, and make artificial bees and have them pollinate. You know, taking everything that's natural, like defiling the air, the water, the basic things that we should have for free.
The earth just gives it abundance.
Abundance, he defiles it. Deforestation, cutting down the trees.
Push out in their flesh as men or whatever on earth, as humans. They push that out in the earth. Okay, it's not the what's that, the snake people, I forgot, reptilian is
Right. You don't believe that?
nah, that's a different flesh of man. That's a totally different type of flesh. But all men have the same type of flesh.
So you don't believe in different entities, they call entities.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The spiritual demon Satan, the energy of it is an entity. It's not greater than the Heavenly Father. Okay, it's not. The Heavenly Father controls that energy as well. He allows it to go and just destroy people that he don't want, that have earned that destruction from him. But if you're doing the right thing, then you have the righteous that do certain things.
Do you believe in the book of Enoch?
No, not the book of Enoch that's out there for the public to be a part of. That the book of Jasher and all that.
Yeah, but
They're not the real books. They're not the real books
Right.
that the Bible speaks of.
There's contradictions with the whole Bible that are in those books in particular.
Which is the one you said where it talks about the Babylonians and Nimrod, and it was like it was like a contradiction where they were trying to say it was a whole different time period. I don't know. You write it up.
The book of
Jasher.
Yeah. They tried to say that the reason why Esau came in tired, faint,
From hunting.
he came back from hunting. They said that he came back from killing Nimrod.
Right.
You know, Nimrod was hundreds of years before Esau.
Right.
Jacob was on the scene. That's one of the ways you know that the book of Jasher It's not the real book that the Bible speaks of. That's what you call a pseudepigraphia.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with the book of Enoch.
Same thing with the book of Enoch.
In the book of Enoch, did they say that Noah or somebody was an albino or something?
Yeah, they tried to say that Noah was an albino. That's false.
Noah was dark skinned as well. You know? There wasn't a natural born so-called albino or white man on the earth until after that came through one of his sons' lawns, which was Shem, progressed all the way down through Abraham, Isaac, and then Esau.
I thought they spoke about that in the book of Leviticus, man.
What part?
About the if a man has anything that you could say, if he have any blemish in his skin, if it's in the skin, then they would say that they would get exiled.
Yeah, you're talking about leprosy.
Yeah. And the so-called white man is a natural
clean leper.
Clean leper. He's a natural born clean leper. Meaning that mark was put on him on purpose. That because back when you read those Levitical laws, if you touch somebody, that could jump onto them. They can now have that blemish in their skin like that blemish in their hair. But he wanted to the Most High wanted you to separate those people that have that blemish, separate them outside the congregation that is spreading out among our people till they humble themselves in whatever way that they see going on and not heal up.
So they are a recessive gene, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So how did that gene get recessive? Where did it come from to be recessive?
It was a curse that was put on them. It was an identifying mark that was put on those people. And if you understand, do you believe in reincarnation?
Somewhat.
Okay, well the Bible teaches about reincarnation. The mark of Cain, you heard about the mark of Cain, or Cain and Abel? Well Cain and Abel was the first sons of
I heard them, but
Right.
I
got you, bro. I'm gonna make a quick understanding of it, right? So the first sons, they were the first sons that were born of Cain and Abel. Of Adam and Eve, right? Well, Abel was righteous and Cain was evil. That spirit that was in Cain was the same so-called white man spirit that came up in Esau. So what he did as Cain is he murdered Abel and then lied about it, right? Well, the Most High put a mark on him, which was a mark of leprosy upon him, that as a punishment for what he did, for the first murder that pretty much happened on earth. Well, and through the reincarnation, he came back with that same spirit. Okay, the same wicked spirit, evil, murderous spirit, that same, but he was born with that recessive gene now, instead of just a mark. That's why I said natural born leper, clean leper, you know what I mean?
Okay, when he went off and made children, right? So who he gonna make children with? So the land had to be populated, right? So who he gonna make children?
Well, look, because you're going back to Adam and Eve. It wasn't just one Adam and one Eve. It was a bunch of men and women. They were all called Adams, and then eventually when Eve fell into her role, or was put into her role, all the women became Eves. To kind of give you a general.
It was just back then. It was a classification of human nations going back to the beginning.
Right.
You had the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked.
Right.
The line that went through Cain, those were the sons of the wicked.
That's right.
The whole Genesis, the 5th chapter, was about the sons of God. Yep. And after Abel's death, they had Seth.
Yes, Seth.
And that was when the line continued. And he had women, and they basically, that whole entire chapter was about the sons of God. And that's why the book of Enoch is a false book, because they go into the Nephilim. They talk about the fallen angels and stuff like that. But actually,
so you don't believe in that?
No, because that's not in their context.
Right.
The sons of God is basically the sons of Adam.
That fell.
And basically, the Lord took away their first estate. There used to be a point in time before they actually fell, before Eve opened up that portal of wickedness. We used to live in portal. We used to live for a very long time, but then once we got corrupted, mingling with the other with the other nations, we corrupted ourselves. So the Lord basically took away that life expectancy that we have. You know?
That's right.
Go to Genesis 6.
I'm looking for it.
I think it's like around 4 maybe.
Yeah.
Get that.
No, I got it at 3.
I got the one in Jude.
It says, now I'm going to read from the top, though. I'm going to read from the top to kind of give context. Genesis chapter 6, it says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, right? It says, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of the Most High saw the daughters of men, sons of men, their daughters, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose, the ones that they like, right? That's easy to understand. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that ye also is flesh, his days shall be 120 years. So the life expectancy dropped real big. Because the estate that they fell from, of being perfect without the understanding of wickedness that Eve opened up with the serpent, right? So as they continued to grow and learn in wickedness in that time, the life expectancy had to fall.
So who was the serpent?
The serpent was a man. It wasn't an animal. It was a man that had that same spirit as Cain, the same spirit as Esau, which is the same so-called white man that's now running the beast that's in Revelation. So when you read Revelation the 12th chapter, it says that old serpent, the devil, whatever other acronyms we call it.
This is Revelations 12 and 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He has cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yeah, him and his people. Okay, but that was just showing you that class of men, that class of the wicked, the sons of the wicked, that showed that whole class line now being developed into a more direct people with that natural born recessive gene of leprosy, clean leprosy upon them. That's pretty much how it had to play out. And that's what we're saying in the book of Enoch. It doesn't support that. We're saying people that didn't have that part have it. Now you can't even tell. Some of our people look white. Some of our people look Asian. You can't go strictly by the skin color or the melody that's within the person. We have to go by the spirit that's within you. And really right now, we don't care if you're Israelite or not. We care about if you're one that's seeking salvation. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of changes that up. But I think that answers the question. Yeah. Did you have another one? Are you going to muddle it over for a minute? We'll just keep going.
Nah, not really, nah.
That's cool. I'm not trying to pressure you into, but I think that did answer how that recessive gene got passed down to men. Because when Esau was born, it tells you that two manner of people. One of them came out red all over, and one was regular like everybody else.
It's in his name.
Yeah, and his name was wasted away, meaning his pigment was wasted away. Okay, which was Ishashta. Okay, Esau.
It said that one people shall be stronger than the other. So that means that one of the sons was going to be the progenitor of a people that would be physically greater and superior in genetics.
So y'all believe that Esau was the so-called white man?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. Still is.
Yeah.
The so-called white man. And think about it. He's the only one on the planet that has that translucent skin. Everybody else is colored with a derivative of brown of some sort. He's the only one that has that pinkish, reddish color in him because you don't have the pigment.
So when he was born, so one came out black and one came out with recessive.
Right. Exactly right.
That's why the Lord said it. And one people shall be
Stronger than the other.
Basically, the older son, he gonna be weakling. He's weak.
God, and it says the elder shall serve the younger.
Yeah, he was gonna be under his power. We're gonna have him in captivity and subjection to others. Right now he has us because Isaac, their father, Jacob and Esau's father, passed the blessing down. He gave Jacob the greatest blessing ever, which was the promise of the kingdom of heaven. But he said, well, I got a blessing for you too, since you're gonna whine and cry about it. I'm gonna throw you. You'll have a small time to rule on earth, and when you do, you're gonna live by the sword. You're gonna serve all the people with that sword, and then you're gonna break the yoke off of being up under their captivity.
You forget the fatness of the earth. And he's gonna have all the riches and the abundance of the earth's resources.
This is what we're seeing now.
Which is why he fight all these world wars, so that he can have control of all these natural resources.
That's where we're at now.
So,
but that transfer of power is coming.
do you believe every man of Esau is wicked?
Yes.
Or every man of
I'll say this: every white person is an Edomite.
Right.
But every Edomite is the devil.
That's right. Is the wicked.
They're wicked.
Right. Yes.
Every last one.
I got one for you. I love using this one. Lenny Kravitz, or Kravitz, as we call him, right? The musician. That's an Edomite. His dad is an Edomite. That even though he looked black and got kinky hair, and his mama was black as one of those Jeffersons or whatever, that's cool and everything. But his father, which he gets his spirit and his seed from, where he comes from, that's a white man. So it don't matter what you look like.
Have you ever met a white man who had a good spirit though?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Every white person is an Edomite.
Right.
But every Edomite is wicked. So
you
you're gonna have
brothers that teach this word. That's good, right?
Kind.
Teach this word in the same power, spirit, and flavor that we do, as it's supposed to be taught.
No matter what line goes back to these people.
They still go back to some of our people.
Let me get this precept real quick.
Yep.
It's Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people, say the people, whom the Lord have indignation forever. So it shows you, it's clearly talking about the wicked is a people, it's a nation, and Esau is Edom and Esau.
He was talking about Jacob and Esau, particularly Esau up above, when he said in the second verse, for I have loved Jacob and hated Esau. But our people act like, well, we're all fucked up. Well, he said, well, that's okay. This is for the time. But when the time ends, you're going to see that I love you and that I hated him. And so it looks like the guy loves him now. He's letting him do whatever the hell he wants. But to better answer your so-called good white man, that's not an Edomite. Their natural spirit is to be evil. Is to be against what the righteous of the heaven follow. That's his way to discern. Look at it in Romans 8:16.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
And that's the point. So we can tell by the righteousness, this is a clear-cut way to know if somebody's an Israelite or not. Whether they believe or not. I mean, there's other, they can dance, stuff like that, whatever, you know. But if they believe in this word, is a clear way to know that that's an Israelite, not an Edomite, not an Asian, not an African, or whatever else. Okay? Because if you think about it, not even most of our people are gonna want this word, that they're known to be Israelites. So the one identifier to know for fact is if they believe in this word or not.
I got another precept.
You got it?
This is Ecclesiasticus 14:7. If he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly.
These are talking about Edomites. They don't want to do good. Their natural spirit is to do evil. So when they're forced to do good, it's like, I'm not doing what I really want. They get all frustrated. Like what it said in the 4th chapter, I think in Proverbs, they can't sleep unless they cause mischief. They can't rest at night unless they cause something to fall, unless they cause mischief and evil to happen in the earth. That's their natural spirit. But when you run across somebody that's right, that's cool, y'all play ball together, y'all kick together and do all those things, and he see you like a good dude, and he ain't always telling, let's go do something stupid, let's go do something wicked. If he ain't on that, you gotta consider that that's not an Edomite. You know, that's a good way to kind of to pick up on it. I had an Edomite friend growing up with. This dude always has some mischief in brewing. Hey, let's go down, let's just see if we can pay this guy $20, this homeless person $20 to go down this slide to his death, or in a basket, or some dumb shit, man, just some destructive ass shit. He likes that type of shit, but good people are like, nah, man, that homeless dude ain't do shit. It's just an example. So you gotta kind of gauge it that way. But the easy gauge is if they gravitate to this word. You know what I mean? But everybody that has white skin or doesn't have a lot of melanin in their skin isn't necessarily an Edomite. But every Edomite that is, whether they have dark skin or not, is wicked. Naturally in their spirit.
They can't do no good.
I mean,
Let me finish the scripture.
Yep.
If he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness.
Yes, he will declare himself who he really is, that he's a wicked man. At the end, regardless, he's gonna reveal himself. You know, and that's kind of how you gotta look at it.
Yeah, some of our people think Donald Trump is good. Is a good white boy.
Now I'm gonna say that we like Donald Trump because he's forwarding the bullshit that's going on to hurt and destroy this place. But do we trust him? Do we think he's a good guy? Hell no. We know that's a wicked ass Edomite dude. We just like the fact that he's destroying this country, just helping us get out of captivity. You know, so I don't want to say we would support him. We don't support him, but we like the shit he do, and he's very entertaining along the way. He talks a lot of shit. It's fun.
Funny ass.
It's fun watching this guy, knowing the end of what's coming to this place and how he's helping to get that to the end. You know? So, you know, but there's people that believe he's gonna make America great again. So-called black people, like that's not referring to putting us back into captivity. And the way to put us back into captivity, back on that chain without the chain, is this. And everything that's coming around in the same time is going to lead everybody to be under control of this. This is microchip, market of peace income. You know, that's how they make America great again, by getting us back in that servitude position. But the Heavenly Father got us a bigger, better plan that ain't going to happen. And that's what we're waiting for. The rest of the world, the rest of the world is seeing what America's doing and the people that run America's doing, and they're gonna get pissed because they double crossed them, because America's double crossing everybody right now, and they're all gonna want to shoot these missiles off and destroy this place. Tired of the shit of this white man over here. You know, so that's pretty much the big picture of what's going on. But you got to be able to tell who's who. And you know by this, but you have to know this to be able to know by this. So in the meantime, that's what we're doing. So we just wait, and if it, by some chance it proved that we don't get saved, hey, it was something wrong with us, because everything else that this book is saying is coming to pass, has come to pass, and is coming to pass. So the things to come, we truly believe are still going to come to pass. You know, and that's where the faith and all that comes.
Any other questions, bro?
No, I'm about to dip out, man. I gotta go.
We here every week, brother. You know, communicate.
I'm just visiting, man. I stay here though. I drive trucks though, so
right.
I'm just off right now.
Anytime you get a chance, we here to answer these questions, man. If you got questions,
every Sunday.
Every Sunday, Lord will.
After 2 o'clock, be here.
Peace and blessings.
All right, you too.
All right, so with that, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
We want to the elder apostles. Peace and salutation to the elect. We're going to say shalom.
Shalom.